Chapter 840. Ling Long Shui gritted her teeth. She didn't think much of it, but when this bastard said it, she felt bad. He didn't have any good intentions. Then, Ling Long Shui gave Lin Xian a new blanket and threw it on the bed. "What are you doing?" Lin Xian asked in confusion. "One blanket for each of us." Lin Xian: "Hey honey, you can't do this. You're too heartless. Because you made me feel that you were up to no good." Ling Long Shui said honestly. That's right, she did agree at first. Then, when she saw Lin Xian walk in, she inexplicably saw bad intentions in his eyes. It was as if the big bad wolf had entered the little white rabbit's house. It was very strong. "No, we're already in a relationship. You're making my heart ache." Lin Xian looked like he was heartbroken. "Sleep if you want." Ling Long Shui then lay down on the bed, leaving Lin Xian half the bed and a soft blanket. "Fine, you're ruthless." Lin Xian then took off his clothes and jumped on the bed. Ling Long Shui turned her head to look, and her face immediately turned red. "You." She gritted her teeth and looked at Lin Xian angrily. Lin Xian crawled under the blanket. "What's wrong? Can't I sleep naked? Anyway, I'm not in your blanket," Lin Xian said with a very reasonable look. Ling Long Shui was speechless for a moment. Then, she turned her back to Lin Xian and closed her eyes. Lin Xian then laughed evilly and turned off the lights. Anyway, there was plenty of time at night. He could take it slow. In the darkness, Lin Xian slowly reached out his hand. "Take it away. I'm hugging you." Lin Xian then put his arm under Ling Long Shui's head. The two of them were separated by 2 blankets. It was nothing. Ling Long Shui sighed slightly and then rested her head on Lin Xian's arm. She didn't say anything. "Come closer. Turn around," Lin Xian said with a smile. "You promised me," Ling Long Shui said softly. "Yes, but is it okay if I hug you?" Lin Xian said very logically. It seemed like it. Then, she slowly turned and curled up in Lin Xian's arms. After all, they were separated by 2 blankets in the winter. Lin Xian then slowly leaned over and kissed Ling Long Shui's pink cheeks. Ling Long Shui: "Sigh, it's nothing. This is normal." She slowly closed her eyes. In the darkness, Lin Xian slowly revealed a mischievous smile. "I want a kiss," Lin Xian then said with a smile. Ling Long Shui didn't respond. "If you don't say anything, I'll take it as a yes." After saying that, Lin Xian didn't give her time to react and kissed her. Ling Long Shui instinctively wanted to dodge, but Lin Xian was too strong. "Xiao Linglong, I want to see our baby," Lin Xian whispered in Ling Long Shui's ear. I can't see," Ling Long Shui said with a blush. "Who said that? Others can't see, you can't see, but I can. I can be the closest to our baby." Lin Xian then whispered in her ear. Her face immediately turned red. The next morning, Lin Xian opened his eyes and looked at Xiao Linglong in his arms. That's right, the 2 of them were in the same bed. Last night, when he kissed Ling Long Shui, it was already destined that Ling Long Shui would be bullied by Lin Xian. As expected, although Ling Long Shui repeatedly rejected Lin Xian, he became more and more overbearing. She was half-hearted and half-willing to give in to Lin Xian. That's why men's words can't be trusted. As long as you're taken advantage of even a little, you can forget about it. Smack. Lin Xian looked at the beautiful Ling Long Shui and gently kissed her again. Ling Long Shui's long eyelashes trembled slightly, then she slowly opened her beautiful eyes. "You're awake," Lin Xian said with a mischievous smile. Ling Long Shui then turned her back to Lin Xian in disdain. She lazily closed her eyes and didn't want to move at all. Lin Xian smiled. "All right, you should rest. I've seen our baby and I'm satisfied. I'll leave first." Lin Xian then got dressed on the bed and looked at her dotingly. He then opened the door and walked out while massaging his waist. "Did you accidentally injure your waist during a battle?" Lin Xian muttered to himself while massaging his waist. In the living room, Bing Lingyue was wearing home clothes and heating a cup of milk for herself. Then she saw Lin Xian walking out while massaging his waist. "What's wrong? Is your back uncomfortable?" Bing Lingyue asked. "I don't know. Maybe it's from a fight." Lin Xian shook his head and then sat on the sofa. "I'm afraid there are too many women around." Bing Lingyue said. Lin Xian. "Wow. That makes sense. It can't be, right? Is my waist that weak?" No, it's not that his waist is weak. It's that regardless of whether it's Ling Ying, Han Chuxue or Ling Long Shui, they're all too beautiful. He'd rather have a weak waist than stop. Ahem. Lin Xian coughed dryly and blushed. "Lie down, I'll give you a massage." Bing Lingyue said to Lin Xian. "Ah. So nice. Up to you." "Hee, thank you, little Bing Lingyue." Lin Xian then lay down on the sofa happily. Bing Lingyue passed the warm milk to Lin Xian and then put her slender hands on Lin Xian's back. Then Lin Xian felt a cool sensation enter his body. "Wow. Don't be too comfortable. Bing Lingyue is really virtuous." No, she's only virtuous to Lin Xian and her friends. Outside, she's a cold empress. She's very similar to Lin Ya in this aspect. "Alright, it shouldn't be sore for a while." Bing Lingyue released her hands and said. Lin Xian sat up and twisted the girl. "It's really not sore anymore." "Little Bing Lingyue, you know medicine too?" "It's not medicine. I just used a bit of cool ice elemental energy to heal it. However, I still have to remind you." "Oh." "Although Ling Long is very beautiful, as a man, your body is still quite important." Lin Xian. Ahem. Lin Xian coughed awkwardly. "But that shouldn't be. I'm at least at the law realm. How can this happen?" "That's because Ling Long is at the heavenly Dao realm." "Oh." Bing Lingyue said. Ling Long is considered alright. The Void Fox is a relatively gentle race. Some Fey women reach the Great Void Realm, and men at your level can't even have intercourse with them. The energy in their bodies is too strong. Once they have intercourse, the man will definitely self-destruct. Therefore, for you to be intimate with Ling Long, who's at the Heavenly Dao realm, it's already very good that your waist only hurts. It just means that too much of your yang energy and essence has been absorbed. Lin Xian. Then what about you? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Bing Lingyue was speechless. Chapter 841. Her beautiful face had a faint blush that was almost invisible to the naked eye. Then, Bing Lingyue took the cup of warm milk from the coffee table and took a sip. She seemed very calm about Lin Xian's question, but she had given the milk to Lin Xian before, and Lin Xian had drunk half of it. Because of the panic in her heart at that moment, she forgot about this. She looked very calm, but when Lin Xian saw that she was even drinking the milk that he had drunk, he knew that she was not as calm as she appeared. This was a good thing. "Do you believe that I won't tell Ling Long?" After a long time, Bing Lingyue said this. "Tell her then. I've already told her the truth, and she has forgiven me. She allows me to have multiple wives." Lin Xian said with a grin. This was within Bing Lingyue's expectations. Ling Long Shui looked noble and cold. Of course, that was the truth. It was just that she was kinder. She might not show her feelings, but it did not mean that she had no feelings. For example, she would never show her love for Lin Xian. For example, she would never tell Lin Xian, "I love you, I like you." Or take the initiative to hug Lin Xian. She would never do that, even with her current relationship with Lin Xian. But she cared more than anyone else. It was easy to see that she would do a lot of things now, including in the past. Whether it was the spirit restoration pill or something else, she wouldn't have taken the initiative to give it to Lin Xian. However, those were all things she had prepared for Lin Xian. Even when she went to Lin Xian's house for the new year, she had spent a lot of time choosing her own clothes and gifts. It was all because she cared too much. Therefore, she would definitely indulge Lin Xian. Ling Long has suffered because of you. You have to be nice to her. Bing Lingyue put down the cup of milk and said softly, Then, she was stunned. She looked at the cup of milk in a daze. Only then did she realize that she had only given it to Lin Xian. Oh no, oh no. Lin Xian didn't notice, did he? Lin Xian nodded. I know. That's why I feel sorry for her. Yes, with Linglong Shue's beauty, temperament, and excellence, how many people in this world, including the human race and the demon race, would dare to say that they were worthy of her? It's good enough that you don't feel inferior in front of her. Actually, it's nothing, but you can't let a girl protect you. As a man, you have to protect her. Just work hard and become stronger. Yes, little Icy, you're the one who sees things clearly. I'll definitely work hard to become stronger and then protect you all. Bing Lingyue was speechless. Lin Xian was referring to all of you. Did that include her? Then, Lin Xian grinned. I want a kiss. Bing Lingyue was speechless. You can ask Ling Long for it. After saying that, she got up and walked into her room. Lin Xian smiled and left. In the room, Bing Lingyue stood there motionlessly with her back to the door. She had a very strange feeling. She didn't understand why she had such a feeling. When Lin Xian talked to her, she inexplicably liked talking to him. She was also inexplicably willing to do things for him. She even felt touched when Lin Xian teased her. What's going on? Bing Lingyue's face was filled with pain. She hit her head. She felt that she was missing something very important. Then, something else appeared. It was very messy. She didn't know what it was. What scared her the most was, she didn't hate Lin Xian teasing her. Instead, why did she like the feeling of being intimate with Lin Xian? This made her very afraid. After all, she was Linglong Shue's man. After Lin Xian left, he went to Lin Ya's Art Xian group. He took a look at Lin Ya and stayed with her for a while. He felt sorry for her. He came back, but he didn't spend the first night with her at home. Lin Xian swore that when he was done with work, he would spend the whole day with her. There was also Lu Yufan. No matter what, this girl was still Lin Xian's girlfriend. Lin Xian really didn't spend much time with her. However, it was still alright to be able to play games with her. Murong Qing had been busy with the bubble gun project recently. Lin Xian was still very grateful to her. Her existence didn't talk about other things, but he didn't know how much she helped him and Linya. But the most worrying thing was missions. Now, Bing Lingyue and Ling Longyue's missions were constantly depleting Lin Xian's Adonis points. It wouldn't be long before Murong Qing's missions started depleting as well. If Xiao Xinyue didn't complete it soon, Xiao Xinyue's Adonis points would start depleting. Lin Xian was glad that Xiao Runing and Yi Yi's missions hadn't been triggered yet. If they were triggered, Lin Xian would be even more worried. Perhaps Yi Yi was relatively easier to woo. Although Xiao Runing and Lin Xian were very close, she had a lot of things to consider. It was similar to Linglong Shui. It was the kind of thing that would cause your confession to fail. Although he was puzzled as to why neither of them triggered a mission, regardless of whether it was triggered or not, they were already Lin Xian's women. Unless they found a guy they liked. When leaving the Art Xian group, Lin Xian ran into Yi Qingyun. Yi Qingyun was standing outside the Art Xian group, leaning against a sports car. When he saw Lin Xian, he quickly waved his hand. Young Master Lin. Lin Xian walked over. Young Master Yi? Yo, this sports car isn't cheap. Yi Qingyun smiled and said, Young Master Lin, don't make fun of me. With your family's wealth, you can buy this brand of car company. No, no, no. That's my sister's property, not mine. It's all done by my sister. How can you say that it's my property? Lin Xian smiled. In fact, Yi Qingyun knew that although it seemed to be Linya, he didn't know how much of it Lin Xian was, but it must be because of Lin Xian. However, in Yi Qingyun's opinion, Linya should be the majority. After all, this woman was as outstanding as a dazzling star in his eyes. Young Master Yi, you're too humble. What's the matter? If it's about business, wait for my sister to draft the contract. When the time comes, we'll contact you to discuss it again. Lin Xian. No, no, no. I'm here specifically for you, young Master Lin. Me? Lin Xian pretended to be stunned. Why are you looking for me? Lin Xian scratched his head and said. Yi Qingyun handed Lin Xian a cigarette. No, I don't smoke. Young Master Lin doesn't smoke. As a male martial artist on this continent, it was basically a smoker. After a battle, or before a battle, one would indeed have a miraculous effect on one's spirit. Lin Xian smiled and said, Yes, after all, I live under the same roof as my sister. My sister hates the smell of smoke the most. How can she smoke? Hearing Lin Xian's words, Yi Qingyun directly put out the cigarette and patted his body. Chapter 842. Since Lin Xian had said so, there was no way he would smoke anymore. Let's have a drink together? I have some things to discuss with young Master Lin. Oh, then I'm sorry. I have to go to Ice Country for some matters, so I'm afraid I don't have time. If young Master Yi has anything to say, you can tell me now. Yi Qingyun only had one goal in coming to Lin Xian. As Lin Ya's younger brother, Lin Xian had the highest authority and presence around Lin Ya. His words would be very useful, and he liked Lin Ya. If he could rope in Lin Xian and have him help him pursue Lin Ya, it would be much easier. It's like this. You should know that I'm pursuing your sister, right? Lin Xian nodded. That's why I want your support. Don't worry, if I can pursue your sister, I'll use my entire life and everything I have to protect her. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. But, I can't. I know I'm being too abrupt, but I really like her too much. But she won't even see me. At most, she might meet me for business, so I think. Young Master Yi. Lin Xian patted Yi Qingyun's shoulder. It could be seen that this person really liked Lin Ya. Lin Xian didn't know about his character, but even if his character was good, Lin Ya was his. He was really sorry. Young Master Lin, do you have any advice for me? When pursuing a girl, you have to rely on your own sincerity. Relying on others to pursue her is never right, especially when she's my sister. Oh, right. Also, if young Master Yi is only here for this, then I think you can go back, because my sister already has someone she likes. What? Yi Qingyun revealed an expression of disbelief. He had never seen Lin Ya get close to any guy. Yes, I'll tell you clearly. My sister already has someone she likes. She won't accept anyone else. Lin Xian said. In that instant, Yi Qingyun felt as if the sky had collapsed. But I've never heard of or seen him before. Who is he? Lin Xian shook his head. Young Master Yi, you don't need to know that. All you need to know is that you won't have a chance no matter what. There are plenty of beautiful girls in this world. Young Master Yi, you should consider the others. With that, Lin Xian patted him on the shoulder and walked away. Yi Qingyun's face was ashen. It was the feeling of losing one's true love. Wait, young Master Lin. Yi Qingyun called out to Lin Xian. Is there anything else? I want to know who he is. What kind of man is worthy of her? What kind of man does she fancy? Yi Qingyun said, unwilling to give up. Or rather, he had given up, but he wanted to know. He's not that outstanding, he just likes her. Who could say for sure if they like something like that, right? Let's go. Then Lin Xian waved his hand and walked away. Yi Qingyun secretly clenched his fists. After a while, he loosened them slightly. Sigh, Yi Qingyun, you finally fell in love with a girl in this life. In the end, it's too late. How good would it have been if you had met her earlier? Yi Qingyun sighed. Forget it. If we can become friends, that's fine. If you want to blame someone, blame yourself. Yi Qingyun sighed and walked into the art pavilion building. How should he put it? Suddenly, he didn't pursue Lin Ya anymore. Instead, he let go. Then, he would go and have a good chat with her. He was satisfied that they could be friends. At this moment, Lin Xian was already sitting on a plane to the Ice Nation. Because the accident rate of flying vehicles like planes was simply too high, there were very few planes as a means of transportation. Very few people were willing to take planes, even though it was faster. But even though there were very few, it didn't mean that there weren't any. As for why the accident rate was high, it wasn't because of the plane itself, but because of the demonic beast domain. In the demonic beast domain, there was no lack of flying-type demonic beasts. When a flying-type demonic beast saw a plane flying past them, they would directly blast it with a demonic skill. The plane would be gone, and the entire plane would die. If there was no threat of demonic beasts, the accident rate of a normal plane was 1 in 3 million. If there were demonic beasts, it would be 1 in 100,000. Although the 1 in 100,000 chance seemed very low, it was indeed dangerous. However, to go to a place like the Ice Nation, it was too far away. Firstly, it would take a long time to take the Star Cloud car, and secondly, the danger level was actually higher than that of a plane. Because your journey was far, and you were traveling across borders, the chances of encountering powerful demonic beasts were higher, and the chances of being attacked were higher. Moreover, that area belonged to the demonic beast domain, so it was even more dangerous. Lin Xian, are you here? On the plane, Lin Xian was having a video call with Xiao Runing. The planes here were much more advanced than those on Earth. At the very least, he didn't have to worry about the phone's signal threatening the plane. I just got on the plane. It's going to take 23 hours. I'm King drunk. Lin Xian had never sat in a car or plane for more than 10 hours in his life. He had never sat in a car or plane for more than 10 hours on Earth. He felt that it was a kind of torture. When he went to Chengdu, he had to take the Star Cloud car for about 8 hours. Fortunately, he still had Ling Longyue to talk to and cultivate their relationship. There weren't many people on the plane, only about 10 passengers. However, the plane ticket was extremely expensive. In any case, Lin Xian had spent 50,000 yuan to fly from Lin and City to Ice Nation's ice capital airport. After all, there were too few people taking the plane, so they couldn't recoup the cost. Therefore, the price would be very high. It's fine. Have a good sleep, Xiao Runing said with a smile. Hey, 50,000 yuan for the plane ticket. You have to reimburse me. Xiao Runing couldn't help but roll her eyes at Lin Xian. All right, I'll reimburse you, but the prerequisite is that you have to act well for me. Don't worry. Lin Xian looked at Xiao Runing's background. It seemed like they were in the living room. Is this your home? A villa? It was reasonable for Xiao Runing's family to live in a villa. However, Lin Xian really didn't understand Xiao Runing at all. What? I can't live in a villa? Xiao Runing rolled her eyes again. At this time, a girl in pink pajamas walked past Xiao Runing. She was eating delicious food as she passed by. Then, she took a look and was very curious. Who are you video chatting with? Xiao Xinyue walked over. This sister was video chatting with a boy? Hello, little Xinyue. I missed you so much. Give me a kiss. Lin Xian saw Xiao Xinyue and waved with a smile. Xiao Xinyue. Hey, I advise you to be kind. Xiao Runing said unhappily. Then, Xiao Xinyue sat next to Xiao Runing. You're video chatting with Lin Xian? It was very strange. Even if they were close, they could have just called. Video chatting. Chapter 843. In Xiao Xinyue's eyes, even if Xiao Runing had never had a boyfriend, she was very outstanding. It wasn't that she couldn't find one. But no matter what, Xiao Xinyue had never seen Xiao Runing call a guy, let alone video call him. Anyway, Xiao Xinyue didn't know anything about relationships. She only felt that video calls between men and women were very ambiguous. Ask him to come over and help, Xiao Runing said helplessly. Help? Don't tell me. Xiao Xinyue suddenly thought of something. Hey, you haven't even told your sister? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Xiao Runing shrugged and said, Yeah, I just want to ask Lin Xian to pretend to be my boyfriend. Xiao Xinyue. She knew it. How could her sister have a boyfriend? She even told her parents that her boyfriend would come to visit in 2 days. She was very curious. She asked once, but Xiao Runing gave an ambiguous answer, so she didn't continue to ask. So she wanted Lin Xian to pretend to be her boyfriend. Then you better pray that mom and dad don't find out. Xiao Xinyu leaned on the sofa and said softly, "It's okay. We've already rehearsed." Lin Xian said with a smile. "Huh?" Xiao Runing's face suddenly turned red. "No. Nothing. That. Call me when you're almost there. I'll go pick you up. Bye." Hey, don't. Little Xinyu, you still haven't told me if you miss me." Lin Xian hung up just as he finished speaking. The two girls' faces were slightly red. They sat on the sofa and didn't say anything. Anyway, they each had their own thoughts. As for Xiao Runing, because of Lin Xian's words, she had a guilty conscience. What was there to practice? Of course, they were boyfriend and girlfriend. They even slept together. She was taken advantage of by this bastard. Because of her guilty conscience, she was afraid that Xiao Xinyu would find out. If she found out, she would be too ashamed to continue being an elder sister. Xiao Xinyu was right beside her. And Xiao Xinyu, how should he put it? She naturally had a good impression of Lin Xian, but Lin Xian was teasing her again. For those who didn't have a good impression of him, teasing would only lead to anger, but for those who had a good impression of him, it would make her shy. Although she had countless pursuers, who would dare to flirt with her in front of her, it was none other than Lin Xian. Mom and Dad are very smart. You suddenly said that you have a boyfriend and that your boyfriend is coming to visit. Mom and Dad will naturally suspect that you found someone to pretend to be your boyfriend. They will definitely test you. Xiao Xinyu broke the silence and said softly, "Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. But if I don't let Lin Xian impersonate me, I'll probably be nagged to death this year. Also, my parents will definitely arrange all sorts of blind dates for me. I'd rather die." Xiao Runing said helplessly. "After all, you are also quite beautiful. There are countless people who admire you in Ice City." "This is normal. Pretty? I say, my dear sister, why do I feel that you don't admit that I'm particularly beautiful? Tell me, do you think that I'm inferior to you in your heart?" Xiao Runing hugged Xiao Xinyue's waist and laughed as she questioned her. "Yes." Xiao Xinyue nodded. "Good, you don't give me any face at all. You're asking for a beating." Then the two of them started to quarrel in the living room. Xiao Xinyue was a relatively cold girl, but when she was alone with Xiao Runing, she would be a little more open. After all, the two sisters were indeed very close. Lin Xian chatted with Lu Yufan, Miao Xiao Miao, and the other girls on the plane to kill time and cultivate their relationship. They had chatted for about 3 hours. Lin Xian's neck was sore, so he lay down and closed his eyes to sleep. Beside him, a particularly fair-skinned girl wearing sunglasses had just passed by the washroom. Because there were very few people on the plane, there were only about 10 people on the plane. As a result, when passing by a place and seeing someone, she would take a special look. This was human instinct. Then she saw Lin Xian. She pulled down her sunglasses slightly to see him more clearly. The girl was slightly stunned for a moment, then walked away. Because she recognized Lin Xian. Of course, she didn't know him. She only said that she saw Lin Xian on the Nebula car to Chengdu. Because there was a small conflict on the Nebula car at that time, the male lead was him, so she paid special attention to him. She didn't expect to see him on the plane to Ice City. The girl then sat in the seat in front of Lin Xian. Scumbag. She then muttered something. Why was she called a scumbag? She was sitting in front of Lin Xian. Just now, Lin Xian had been talking on the phone with someone. Although she didn't see it, she could tell from the content that this person was talking to at least 4 different girls, flirting, and asking for kisses. Wasn't this a scumbag? Although she had never been in a relationship, she had acted in many teen idol dramas. She could still tell if this man was talking to his sister or girlfriend. Obviously, it was his girlfriend. He was probably going to Ice City to see his girlfriend. It might be an online relationship. Stepping on 4 boats, the lowest. Tui men. She flipped through the magazine in peace. This time, she was going to Ice City to prepare for her concert. Usually, no matter where a celebrity went, they would have a lot of bodyguards. At least, they would have their own manager or something along. Normally, she was the same. Although she didn't like such occasions, she had no choice. It was just that she had returned to Chengdu for the New Year 2 days ago, so after the New Year, she directly flew to Ice City. The others had already arrived and were preparing for the venue. There were very few flights by plane. There were only a few in the entire empire. Therefore, this plane flew directly from Chengdu to Lin and City, and then to Ice City. This was also the reason why Lin Xian and she could meet again. She boarded the plane in Chengdu. The plane flew for about 5 hours. The sky was already dark, and basically everyone was asleep. At this moment, something strange happened. The whole plane suddenly emitted a loud bang, and then suddenly shook. Everyone was suddenly awakened from their sleep. Fortunately, they were all wearing seatbelts. Otherwise, they would have been knocked around in the cabin. At this moment, the whole plane was falling at an extremely fast speed. Although the plane wasn't big and there were very few people, after encountering such a terrifying thing, everyone woke up and instantly fell into despair. Screams and cries were heard. Boom! There was another sudden tremor. Lin Xian opened his eyes. His pupils constricted as he looked out the window. Outside, a huge black demonic beast was releasing lightning and bombarding the plane. Lin Xian. What the F***CK? This was the first time in his life on a plane, and he encountered it with a probability of 1 in 100,000? Did it have to be so unlucky? But, perhaps for others, this was a disaster and a hopeless situation. But for Lin Xian, a martial artist with spatial attributes, there was hope. Chapter 844. The plane itself was particularly noisy. In such a noisy environment, the screams of the passengers in the cabin seemed insignificant. However, it was precisely in such an environment that the screams coming from Lin Xian suppressed the noisy whistling of the plane. Lin Xian frowned and quickly unbuckled his seatbelt. Then, he grabbed the back of the chair near the window. Bang! Lin Xian smashed the glass with his fist. The whistling wind made it difficult for him to breathe. However, he had no choice. He had to do this because he needed to check the distance to the ground. Lin Xian could only release his spatial energy accurately if he knew the distance to the ground. Then, Lin Xian went against the wind and stuck his head out. At this moment, the plane was diving down at an extremely fast speed. Lin Xian got a rough idea of the distance in an instant. If he was alone, he could leave immediately. However, Lin Xian wanted to save everyone on the plane. Including the passengers, the captain, and the flight attendants, there were more than 20 people. They didn't deserve to die. Since he had the ability to save them, he naturally had to save them. Bang! Just as Lin Xian was about to release his spatial energy, a figure flew over and smashed into Lin Xian. Lin Xian was stunned. It was a little soft and a little fragrant. Hey, stop screaming. Be quiet. Lin Xian shouted. He grabbed her with both hands and pushed her away. After pushing her away, he grabbed her arm tightly. Ding! Because you squeezed the girl's Mimi too hard. Adonis points plus 1 million. Lin Xian. Wah! He didn't do it on purpose. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And Xian's eyes were red. Die your sister. Stop screaming. Lin Xian shouted. Then, he took a deep breath and released his spatial energy. Whoosh! In the next moment, everyone on the plane disappeared. Boom! A few seconds later, a roar came from a barren plain. The plane crashed. Lin Xian pulled an Xian and landed not far away. As for the others, Lin Xian didn't know where they were sent, but it shouldn't be too far away. Because he pulled an Xian, the two of them were together. Those people all landed safely. They were also very confused. Why didn't he die? As for whether they lived or died, Lin Xian didn't care. The easiest way was to make a phone call. I'm not dead. An Exion's mouth was slightly agape, her face full of disbelief. Then, she tried to step on the ground. Wow. I'm not dead. She couldn't help but cry out in excitement. Lin Xian shook his head. F***ck. Were all women dogs? When she was in extreme danger, she instinctively grabbed Lin Xian and scratched Lin Xian's arm. Hey, we're not dead. An Exian walked over to Lin Xian and patted Lin Xian's back. Lin Xian lifted his sleeve. There were 5 deep fingerprints. No, it wasn't as simple as fingerprints. It was completely sunken and bloody. An Exian looked at Lin Xian's wound and suddenly recalled that she seemed to have grabbed someone on the plane. She seemed to have used a lot of force. Could it be? Then, Lin Xian released the law of creation and the wound on his arm instantly healed. An Exian's mouth was wide open. Lin Xian then turned to look at her. Scumbag. An Exian subconsciously called out after seeing Lin Xian clearly. Lin Xian? What the hell? Ding. You have triggered the mission, an Exian after a successful confession. Mission time limit. 3 months. Mission reward. All existing attributes are improved. Mission punishment. Poison attribute disappears. Currently, it has been forcefully accepted. Lin Xian. That's right, it had been a long time since he triggered a mission. He didn't expect to meet a girl who triggered a mission on the plane. Lin Xian then carefully sized her up. He had to admit that since the mission was triggered by the system, this girl was truly beautiful. She looked like she was about 18 or 19 years old. She was still quite young. She was very youthful, bright, lively, and cute. Her skin was as white as milk. After experiencing that kind of thing, her hair was messy, but it just so happened that this kind of messy hair gave people a special kind of beauty. Naturally, there was no need to talk about her figure. Perhaps the thing that left the deepest impression on people was the pair of eyes on her beautiful face. He felt that her eyes were just so, but for some reason, they were super beautiful and full of spirit. It was as if they could speak. An Exian looked at Lin Xian's eyes and was secretly angry. He was indeed a scumbag. But she felt that the reason she was able to survive was because of him. He saved her life. Are you okay? Lin Xian asked. I'm fine. An Exian shook her little head and then slightly frowned. What's wrong? It hurts. Only then did she realize that her chest hurt. It was burning. Why? Could it be that she was hit on the plane? Hurts. Where? Chest. She subconsciously rubbed it and suddenly realized something. I'm fine. Lin Xian. He remembered that when they were on the plane, this girl suddenly broke free from her seatbelt and flew onto him, grabbing him tightly. At that time, Lin Xian still had to focus on releasing the space attribute. After all, there were dozens of people on the plane. Also, he had to control the distance. If the distance was not right, they might fall to their deaths in mid-air. So at that time, Lin Xian did not notice. In addition, the wind was especially strong. Her entire weight and some kind of strength were on him. Lin Xian directly grabbed her and pushed her away. If it was not for the system notification, he would not have noticed that he was grabbing onto something. At that time, the situation was urgent. Lin Xian had to grab onto her with all his strength. Otherwise, she would definitely be injured when she flew out. If she hit her head, that kind of force would probably kill her. So, her chest was probably really bruised. Lin Xian knew how hard he had used at that time. Damn it. Sorry. It really hurts. An Exian only realized that. It was too painful. Tears were about to come out. Did you hit something? Lin Xian pretended to be confused and asked. Maybe. No, at first, she also thought that she had hit something, but when she calmed down and thought about it. No, this was a scumbag. But she was embarrassed to say it. After all, he had saved her. I think so. An Exian said sadly. Give me your hand. Lin Xian. Give it to me. Then, Lin Xian grabbed her hand and released the creation rule slightly. At first, an Xian thought that he was going to take advantage of her, but then she realized that it did not hurt. It actually did not hurt. How magical. Would attribute? Thank you, she said softly. Were you the one who saved me? Then she looked up at Lin Xian and asked. Chapter 845. Lin Xian stretched his body. Of course. Do you think God saved you? An Xian's face was slightly red. Although she felt that this person was quite annoying, was a scumbag, and had hurt her so much, he had saved her after all. Thank you, an Xian said softly. Then she raised her head and stretched out her hand to Lin Xian. I'm an Xian. Lin Xian. Lin Xian. An Xian tilted her head. You know him? No, I just feel like I've heard of him before, an Xian said softly. Lin Xian looked into the distance and took out his phone. This was a little F*King awkward. There was no signal. It was normal for there to be no signal in this place. An Xian copied Lin Xian and took out her phone. There was also no signal. Then what do we do now? When had an Xian ever encountered such a situation? If she was left alone in such an environment, she would be dead. She knew that she could only follow Lin Xian. What else can we do? Let's go. We'll talk when we reach a place with signal. After Lin Xian finished speaking, he walked in the direction of the ice country. Oh. An Xian obediently followed Lin Xian. Then she secretly rubbed her Mimi. It really didn't hurt anymore. Bastard. Couldn't you have gone somewhere else to grab her? She wasn't sure if Lin Xian did it on purpose or if it was just a coincidence. But it should be a coincidence in that situation. She couldn't let others know. But she felt so wronged. She hadn't even been in a relationship and her Mimi was pinched like that. Damn it. An Xian was going crazy behind them. This girl was a dream lover in the eyes of the public. She was elegant, pure, and noble. However, she had a mischievous heart. It was just that, in front of the big screen, the company wanted her to be like that. She couldn't do anything about it. Lin Xian, are the others dead? An Xian asked from behind. No, I don't know where I sent them. Life and death are up to fate. However, they should be together. Plus, the captain and co-captain of the plane should be quite strong. They shouldn't be in too much danger. Oh. An Xian nodded lightly. Strange, does he not recognize me? She thought from behind. That shouldn't be the case, right? Do you usually watch TV and listen to music? An Xian caught up with Lin Xian and asked tentatively. I usually play with girls. An Xian. Scumbag. Then, Lin Xian turned to look at her with a smirk. Especially a pretty girl like you. An Xian. She instinctively took a step back and looked at Lin Xian warily. You, what are you doing? Yes. An Xian. Lin Xian then approached her step by step with a smirk. I will sue you. She really didn't know if Lin Xian was real or not. He was a scumbag, and there were only the two of them. They were outside, and he was much stronger than her. If he was real, oh my God, could he be that unlucky? Sue me? Who are you going to sue? Plop, and Xian took a step back and fell to the ground, sitting on her butt. Lin Xianran walked in front of her and squatted down, using his hand to lift her delicate chin. Say, I saved your life, so you have to repay me, right? An Xian looked at Lin Xian warily, her big eyes filled with fear. I can give you money. An Xian said weakly. Lin Xian shook his head. I don't lack money. An Xian was so scared that tears flowed down her face. Ding. Prince Charming points plus 200,000. Lin Xian was satisfied with getting the Prince Charming points. I'm just teasing you. Lin Xian then stood up and smiled. An Xian. You. An Xian then stood up and wiped her tears as she stared at Lin Xian angrily. She was angry and scared. It's fun. An Exian stomped her feet and said angrily, "Yes, it's fun." Lin Xian smiled and nodded. "Humph. Let's go. If you don't want to die, then follow me." One day passed just like that. Normally, Lin Xian would arrive at Ice City the next morning, but Lin Xian walked for half a day, so he didn't know where he was the next morning. Xiao Runing was also trying to contact Lin Xian. Normally, he would arrive at that time, but she found that she couldn't contact him at all. His WeChat was offline, and she couldn't get through to his phone. Could something have happened? Xiao Runing thought worriedly. He's not here yet? Xiao Xinue looked at Xiao Runing. Xiao Runing shook her head. I can't get through to his phone. I don't know if his phone is turned off or there's no signal. It's normal to have no signal in the beast domain, but the plane has its own signal. That means, he might be in the beast domain now? Xiao Runing frowned. It seems that something really happened. Then she quickly made a phone call. Hello, Uncle Zhang. Help me check the plane that flew from Chengdu to Ice City in Lin and City yesterday. After a minute, he received a message. The plane had lost contact. Xiao Runing felt as if all her strength had been sucked out of her body at that moment. She was really worried that something might have happened to Lin Xian. If something really happened to him, Xiao Runing would die of guilt because he came to Ice City for her. Otherwise, he wouldn't have come. But now, he had lost contact with her. If something happened to him, it would be because of her. It's okay. Doesn't he have the space attribute? Even if the plane was attacked by the beast domain, with his space attribute, he can at least guarantee that he will be fine. Xiao Xinue comforted. Right. Lin Xian was of the spatial attribute. If it was someone of another attribute, they would probably be dead for sure. Be it the explosion of the plane or the attacks of the demonic beasts, they would all be able to take their lives. But if it was someone of the spatial attribute... But in the end, she was just comforting herself. I'll go find him. Xiao Runing stood up. How can I find him in such a big place? At that moment, Xiao Runing received a message on her phone. She quickly picked up the phone and saw Lin Xian's profile picture. At that moment, she almost cried. Then, she quickly called Lin Xian. Hello, where are you? Lin Xian's voice came from the phone. Don't mention it. The plane had an accident. Fortunately, this young master has the space attribute. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to see you. I don't know where I am. My phone just got a signal. Xiao Runing sighed in relief. Send me your location. I'll come and pick you up. Okay. Xiao Runing put down the phone. This bastard is really pitiful. Even with such a small chance, he still encountered it. Fortunately, he's fine. Then, she looked at Xiao Xinue and said, I'll go and pick him up. I'll go with you. On the other side, Lin Xian was sitting on a rock. Next to him was an Exian. Let's wait. It's more than 1,000 kilometers. My friend will need a few hours to get here. An Exian nodded. Thank you. So, you haven't told me how you're going to repay me. Lin Xian looked at her with a smile. Chapter 846. An Exian blushed slightly when she heard Lin Xian's words. Because when Lin Xian mentioned this, she thought of the scene where her Mimi was pinched by him. However, she had to admit that Lin Xian was indeed her savior. After spending half a day with him, she realized that other than being a little naughty, he seemed to be quite nice in other ways. Pay. Impossible. Impossible. Wasn't he a scumbag? Could he be a scumbag? He was the type that could make girls happy, and he was good at talking and teasing girls. Because of this, girls would jump into his arms. That was why he was a scumbag. If he was a real guy, shouldn't he be straight? Look at his glib tongue, humph. Iron scumbag. But I don't know how to repay you. I only have money. Other than money, I don't have anything else. I'm not powerful, so I can't help you. An Exian lowered her head and played with the corner of her clothes. Don't you still have your beauty? Don't they always give their bodies in the movies? I don't need you to give your body to me. Just give it to me. Lin Xian smiled. Anexian, go and die, scumbag. Anexian went crazy. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. All right, ungrateful woman. Anexian, no. Can't you make a normal request? How could an Xian let others say that she was an ungrateful person? But how could she give her body to him? A normal request. Lin Xian rubbed his chin and pondered. Normally, Lin Xian wouldn't have any interactions with this girl. However, she allowed Lin Xian to trigger a mission, and the mission reward was very tempting. Lin Xian's proficiency in all his attributes had reached large success. What kind of concept was that? Aside from his mastery of space, Lin Xian's mastery of other attributes was only slightly higher than his thunder attribute. His ice and fire attributes were pitifully weak. Since he didn't use them much, his mastery was naturally trash. However, if he completed her mission and reached large success in all his proficiency, he would be able to control all his attributes perfectly. He would be much stronger in actual combat. This was a fundamental increase in his strength. It wasn't through martial arts or spiritual equipment, so it was really important. Then give me a kiss. Lin Xian said to an Xian. He had no choice. Although he didn't want to go around showing mercy, who could withstand the F*King mission? An Xian. Wow. I saved you. Don't tell me you can't even fulfill such a small request? You ungrateful bastard. Leave. Lin Xian had a pained look on his face. An Xian. Ah. Bastard. Rogue. Scumbag. But, a kiss shouldn't be a big deal, right? Although she had never kissed him before. Only your face only. An Xian blushed and mumbled. Come. Lin Xian tapped his cheek. An Xian raised her head. Her mouth was filled with resentment towards Lin Xian. Humph, I'll return the favor after the kiss. Then she closed her eyes. Her long eyelashes fluttered slightly due to the turmoil in her heart. She was so adorable. Then, she slowly stood on her tiptoes and slowly walked towards Lin Xian's face with her pink lips. Lin Xian only felt a trace of coolness and softness. It was quite exquisite. Ding! Tricked a big sister into kissing you. Adonis points plus 300,000. An Xian hurriedly retreated and opened her beautiful eyes. It's done. Lin Xian touched his cheek and grinned. You can't tell anyone. An Xian mumbled softly. Don't worry. No one will know you. Who can I tell? Lin Xian smiled. An Xian. He really didn't know her. Was he from Mars? It was normal that he couldn't recognize her when she was wearing those big sunglasses. But now, forget it. Didn't he say that he played with girls every day? He didn't watch TV either. Are you from Ice Country? Lin Xian asked. No. An Xian shook her head. An Xian blushed and shook her head. I'm from China's Chengdu. I came to Ice Nation to travel. Lin Xian. Amazing. Who the hell would take the risk of traveling across countries? Of course there were, but it was really dangerous. Most people were unwilling to take the risk even if they had the ability. Lin Xian didn't suspect anything. He really didn't know her because he didn't watch TV. Wouldn't it be great if he had the time to go out and accompany girls? The TV was about other people's lives. But since she was from Hua country, Lin Xian was relieved. After all, he had to confess in the future. How would she get along if she was in Ice Country? What about you? She asked. Lin and City. Lin and City. An Xian mumbled and then secretly made a decision. I'll definitely go to Lin and City, she said. Lin and City was the most border city and the company didn't want her to hold a concert there. But now, she felt that there was a need to hold a concert there. Lin Xian nodded. At this time, a private jet flew over from afar. It was obvious that it had noticed Lin Xian and an Xian. F***ck. Lin Xian couldn't help but smile when he saw the private jet. This Xiao family was extraordinarily rich. They even got a private jet. Then the jet landed and a dozen people came down. And then, I told you not to come alone, but you insisted. What if something happened to you? A woman close to 30 years old hugged an Xian. She looked very scared. Lin Xian, F***ck. He was happy for nothing. An Xian had sent a message to her people and they came first. Sister Ling, I'm sorry. An Xian stuck out her tongue. It's good that you're fine. Hurry up and leave. It's not good to stay in the beast territory. An Xian nodded and ran towards Lin Xian. Lin Xian, come with me. Lin Xian shook his head with a smile. No, I'm still waiting for my friend. If I leave, wouldn't she have come for nothing? You guys go first. I have the space attribute. It's very safe here. Then I'll accompany you. No need. Go. Lin Xian patted her shoulder. Oh. An Xian nodded. Suddenly, she thought of something and quickly took out her phone. Can I add you on WeChat? The people behind looked at each other. Since the girl took the initiative to add me on WeChat, I'll definitely agree. Lin Xian smiled and added her on WeChat. An Xian smiled sweetly. Thank you. Then you must be careful. Lin Xian nodded. Let's go. Then, an Xian boarded the plane with them. On the plane, she kept looking at Lin Xian. Bye-bye. An Xian waved at Lin Xian and the cabin closed. Lin Xian was relieved when he saw that there were a few powerful people behind him. Then, the plane flew into the sky. Chapter 847. And who is that? Why did you add him on WeChat? If your fans find out about this, I'm afraid there will be bad consequences. An Xian's manager, Zhong Ling, said to an Xian on the plane. He's my savior. If it wasn't for Lin Xian, I would have been dead. An Xian said truthfully. I see. On the other side, Lin Xian was browsing an Xian's WeChat moments. He had only known her for a short period of time and didn't know what kind of person she was, but she seemed to be quite nice. It was said that WeChat moments could reflect a person's personality and habits. Since Lin Xian didn't know much about her, but since he was going to woo her in the future, there was no harm in knowing more. After Lin Xian opened her WeChat moments, he found that her WeChat moments were mostly photos of her life. Then, there were some itineraries. She mentioned which city she was going to today and which city she was going to tomorrow. What was even more ridiculous was, there were many photos of her with boys in her WeChat moments. She was smiling brightly. More importantly, these boys, whether they were 17, 18, or 30, were all very handsome. At a glance, one could tell that they were not the kind of handsome that ordinary people were. F***ck. This an Xian can't be a support girl, right? Lin Xian suddenly thought of this possibility. Otherwise, why would there be so many photos of boys in her WeChat moments? Many girls would post photos of themselves with handsome guys to show off. What was there to show off? To prove that they were beautiful. It can't be, right? Lin Xian scratched his head. That was his first reaction anyway. However, he felt that an Xian's personality should be very conservative. But who could say for sure when it came to personality? There were too many girls who looked pure and innocent on the surface, but in reality, they were a different kind of person. I hope not. Otherwise, I won't even have the thought of chasing her. Lin Xian muttered to himself. However, some of the boys in her WeChat moments looked very familiar. After a while, another private jet flew over. Here. Lin Xian waved at the sky. Whoosh, the plane slowly descended, and two beauties jumped down from it. Xiao Runing ran over and rubbed her hands on Lin Xian's body. What are you doing? You're taking advantage of me the moment you arrive? Lin Xian said, shyly. Shoo, are you hurt? Xiao Runing rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Tisk, I'll only get hurt in the hands of a woman. Xiao Runing, how shameless. Then, Lin Xian waved at Xiao Xinyue, who was standing behind him. "Hello, little Xinyue, I want a kiss." Xiao Xinyue was speechless. She dodged Lin Xian, who was approaching her. "Kiss my sister," Xiao Xinyue said helplessly. "No, no, I want to kiss you, Mua." Xiao Xinyue was speechless. "Go to hell. I won't let you kiss me even if you want to. Keep dreaming." Xiao Runing glared at Lin Xian. "The point is, I don't want to kiss you either." Lin Xian laughed. Xiao Runing was speechless. Ding. Feeling Xiao Runing's displeasure, Adonis points plus 100,000. "Just you wait." Xiao Runing threatened Lin Xian fiercely. "Oh, I'll wait. Little girl, who's helping who now? When I meet your parents later, sigh, I might forget something or say something wrong. Sigh. If someone apologizes, I shouldn't make any mistakes." Xiao Runing was speechless. I'm wrong, okay? Not sincere." "I'm wrong," Xiao Runing said, feeling wronged. "Then I want a kiss." Lin Xian smiled and tapped his cheek. "Go to hell." Sigh. "You won't even give me a kiss. I'm going to act as your boyfriend. I came all the way here and even encountered danger. If I didn't have the space attribute, I would have died here. Now you want me to die?" Lin Xian clutched his chest and said with heartache. "Go away. Stop fooling around." Xiao Runing rolled her eyes. If Xiao Xinyue wasn't here, she might have kissed Lin Xian's cheek. But with her sister here, she couldn't let go. Xiao Xinyue was also quite surprised. She felt that Lin Xian and Xiao Runing's relationship was really good. It was far beyond the category of normal friends. She could feel it. All right. Since we're sleeping together tonight, I'll let you kiss me as much as you want," Lin Xian said with a grin. Xiao Runing was speechless. How shameless. This bastard's shamelessness seemed to have deepened. "Ladies, we shouldn't stay here for long. Let's go back first." An old man in his 50s poked his head out of the plane and said to them, "Yes, let's go back first." Xiao Runing breathed a sigh of relief. She finally found an excuse to escape. Then, she quickly pulled Lin Xian onto the plane. The plane flew into the sky. The plane was very small. It was just a helicopter. Other than the captain, there was only the old man sitting in the plane. Obviously, they were worried about danger. "Lin Xian, let me introduce you. This is Uncle Zhang, the butler of the Xiao family. He has been in the Xiao family for as long as I can remember, just like me and Xinyue's grandfather." Xiao Runing introduced Lin Xian. "Hello, grandfather," Lin Xian said with a smile. Uncle Zhang was speechless. Xiao Runing was speechless. Xiao Xinyue was speechless. "Wow. This bastard is so shameless." Uncle Zhang smiled. He looked at Lin Xian and said, "I'm not the two young ladies' grandfather. Please don't call me that. I've only carried the two young ladies when I was young. The old man is at home, so please don't call me Uncle Zhang like the young ladies do." "Okay, Uncle Zhang." However, Lin Xian was speechless. It was normal for the Xiao family to have a butler. After all, they lived in a big villa. No, even if they lived in a big villa, they wouldn't hire a butler. A manor. F***ck. It was definitely a manor. If it wasn't a manor, there wouldn't be a butler. Furthermore, this butler was at least at the Grand Dominion realm. To be able to hire a Grand Dominion realm expert as his butler for so many years at that, this Xiao family might be more powerful than Lin Xian imagined. "Xiao Ningning, what kind of family is your Xiao family? You even have an expert like Uncle Zhang as your butler?" Uncle Zhang asked in surprise. "Young master, didn't the young lady tell you?" "No, I asked her but she didn't say." Lin Xian shrugged. "Young master, you'll know when you get there." Lin Xian was speechless. It felt so mysterious. "That's right. You'll know when you get there," Xiao Runing said with a smile. Actually, she didn't want to expose her family background. However, she had no choice. Did you want her to find another man to pretend to be her boyfriend and sleep with him? That was impossible. She had an ambiguous relationship with Lin Xian. It was only possible if she had feelings for him. Since it was exposed, then so be it. As long as Lin Xian didn't say anything, it would be fine. Chapter 848. Soon, the plane reached the edge of the city and flew further away. The Ice Nation was the capital of the Ice Nation. The reason why the Ice Nation was called the Ice Nation was because there were 3 seasons of winter in a year. Even if that season was spring, the snow and ice of the Ice Nation would rarely melt. It was truly an empire of ice and snow. Now in the sky of Bing City, Lin Xian looked out the window. It was very, very beautiful. But it had to be said that the people of Bing country were really resistant to the cold. It might not be a big deal for martial artists, but for ordinary people without realms, they would feel cold all year round. But even so, it was cold all year round, so the ice country was super good at keeping warm. Whether it was the structure of the house or the floor heating, everyone had it, and relatively speaking, the price was much lower than the price of any other country. Moreover, the Ice Nation was different from the other 4 empires. The Ice Nation was similar to a constitutional monarchy. Although the 3 major forces ruled the entire continent and had the highest say in any place, they would not interfere with the management of the Ice Nation. They were more concerned with protecting the city and the country, developing themselves. This was because Bing country had its own set of national laws. There was an emperor in Bing country, and the emperor had the greatest power. Of course, although the emperor had great power, he could not act recklessly. He had to consider the common people. Simply put, the emperor of Bing country had the greatest power in Bing country, far surpassing the 8 major families of China. He could give orders to the entire empire, but the people always had the greatest power. As long as you did something bad, the people could dismiss you, and the 3 major powers also had the right to do so. Therefore, although the power was great, it was not like the ancient emperors who could do whatever they wanted. The emperor had his own power that belonged to the T2 level, which was only lower than the 3 major powers. However, it was many times higher than a normal T2 level power. And the emperor had his palace, which was in Bing City. The entire ice country gave people the feeling that it was somewhere between modern and ancient times. 3 hours later, they arrived at a brand new city. It was the largest city, and its prosperity was not inferior to Chengdu. Tall buildings towered into the clouds, and the entire city was silver-white in color. It was super beautiful. Uncle Zhang, are Grandpa and Grandma here too? Old Master and Old Madam should be in the palace. Isn't the annual meeting about to start? They need to organize themselves, so they might not have time to meet you today. Lin Xian. Imperial Palace? The palace where the Ice Emperor resided? F***ck. Xiao Ningning, you can't be the princess of the Ice Nation, right? Lin Xian stared at Xiao Runing with his mouth wide open. Of course not. Xiao Runing said, if I were the Ice Princess, how could my family let me casually find a man to be my boyfriend? Lin Xian. That's true. However, Lin Xian heaved a sigh of relief. If this girl was the Ice Princess, then she would be awesome. However, the old madam is the daughter of the previous emperors. Uncle Zhang said. Lin Xian. So Xiao Runing's grandmother was the elder of the current emperor? She only said that her family was very big. Maybe her grandmother was just a collateral relative or something like that. But no matter what, it must be very impressive. So you're a relative of the emperor? Xiao Runing nodded. You can say that. In this era, there's no such thing as a relative of the emperor. Although the Ice Nation is like this, it still has to listen to the 3 major powers. Actually, in simple terms, the palace where the emperor resides and his family are just one of the big families in the Ice City. The emperor is just a title, nothing much. Then what do you call the emperor now? Uncle. Lin Xian. Oh. Okay. We're here. Xiao Runing said. Then, The plane slowly came to a stop in a huge manor. Lin Xian felt that this manor was much bigger than the Ling family's. There were many people gathered here to welcome Lin Xian's arrival. This made Lin Xian feel flattered. When he went to the Ling family and the Han family, it wasn't like this. Lin Xian even had the illusion that he would have to face all kinds of difficulties. A few people walked down from the plane. "Dad, Mom, Lin Xian is here." Xiao Runing pulled Lin Xian behind her and said. The beautiful woman who looked like Xiao Runing and Xiao Xinyue directly pushed Xiao Runing away as if she was her own mother. Then, she pulled Lin Xian's hand. "So this is little Xian. As expected, he's handsome and talented. He's much more handsome than in the photos, right?" "Madam is right. Son-in-law is really handsome," a few girls at the side said with a smile. Lin Xian. "Wah. I'm not used to this. I'm begging you, please send a few people to cause trouble. I beg you." "Auntie, uncle, I brought a lot of gifts on the way here. But the plane had an accident and the gifts were all gone." Lin Xian said, a little embarrassed. Actually, there was no need to buy gifts. He planned to buy them in Ice City. It's fine as long as you're fine. It's Ning Ning's fault." Xiao Zun said to Lin Xian with a smile. Xiao Runing couldn't say anything. "Who is the real father?" "Wah. My parents-in-law are really nice. Quick, go into the room. It's cold outside. Let's go." Then, Yi Qianling pulled Lin Xian's hand and walked into the villa. Yes, since they got off the plane, she held Lin Xian's hand and didn't let go. Lin Xian was flattered. Then, they entered the warm and beautiful villa. "Ning Ning, get little Xian a glass of water." "Oh, got it." Xiao Runing pouted. Xiao Xinyue had just sat down when Xiao Zun glanced at her. "Go get some fruit for your brother-in-law." Xiao Xinyue. "Oh." Then, she got up and left helplessly. Come. Drink some milk. It's just warmed up." Yi Qianling handed the milk to Lin Xian. "Thank you, Auntie." Lin Xian took it. Damn it. Instead, he felt even more reserved now. In the Ling family, the Han family wasn't reserved either. Damn that. "Little Xian, when do you plan to have a child with Ning Ning?" Yi Qianling asked abruptly. Cough. Lin Xian choked on a mouthful of milk. "Wah. This mother-in-law. Hey, you don't know. Ning Ning and Xinyue don't even like to stay at home all year round. They don't even like to stay in the ice country. How can we, as their parents, not be anxious? So, you should have a chubby child early so that Ning Ning's father and I can raise it. It won't be so boring," Yi Qianling said with a smile. "What nonsense are you talking about? No matter what, you have to get married before you can have children," Xiao Zun said. "What? We can't have children before marriage? Didn't I give birth to Ning Ning for you before I got married?" Yi Qianling glared at Xiao Zun. Xiao Zun took a sip of tea and didn't dare to talk back. Clearly, Yi Qianling was in charge of this family. Of course, it wasn't that Xiao Zun didn't have any status. Maybe he was a henpecked husband. Chapter 849. Lin Xian, helplessly, drank a mouthful of milk. Auntie, uncle, you can't rush things like giving birth. Xiao Ningning said she doesn't want to give birth, so we haven't been intimate even when we're living together." Lin Xian said, feeling wronged. "That means Xiao Xian, you want a child, right? That girl doesn't agree to it?" Lin Xian nodded. "That's right." Thump. Xiao Runing, who had just walked over, staggered and almost fell down. What was this bastard talking about? Lin Xian stifled a laugh in his heart. "Little brat, I'm going to kill you. Why aren't you obediently submitting to me?" Ning Ning. Yi Qianling glared at Xiao Runing. "Mom, don't listen to Lin Xian's nonsense." Xiao Runing said, feeling wronged. "I told you a few years ago to bring back a grandson for me. How many years has it been? Xiao Xian wants a child so badly. Your dad and I want one too. You're the only one who doesn't listen. Xiao Runing couldn't say anything. Auntie, don't blame her. Maybe it's my problem. You. Too little time? Lin Xian. Ahem. Xiao Xinue came over with a fruit platter and couldn't help but cough. She just went to get a fruit platter. What were they talking about? Lin Xian was also stunned. Damn. This mother-in-law wasn't any worse than Ling Ying's mother. Of course not. Auntie, you really know how to joke. Lin Xian said resentfully. Thank goodness. Yi Qianling also patted her chest. As a woman, she understood this kind of worrisome thing the best. If a woman couldn't be satisfied in that aspect, she would feel terrible. So she was really worried that Lin Xian had that problem. Fortunately, it wasn't. Then, Lin Xian sighed and said, Auntie, you also know that your daughter is very outstanding, and there are many people pursuing her. Hearing Lin Xian's praise, the two of them were very satisfied. This was equivalent to praising them for being born with good genes. It wasn't easy for me to get her, but she's too outstanding, so I don't have much status in front of her. You know. So that depends on her mood. If she's not willing, I can't do anything no matter how hard I try. Lin Xian said, feeling wronged. Xiao Runing, Xiao Xinue was speechless. Wow. This bastard is so shameless. F***ck. Condense. Yi Qianling looked at Xiao Runing reproachfully. How unpleasant. Lin Xian stifled a laugh in his heart. I understand. She could only swallow the bitter water into her stomach and then grumbled, A girl should listen to a boy. Girls should listen to boys. If you don't bring back a grandson for me and your dad next year, don't come back to this house. I don't see you listening to me. Xiao Zun grumbled. What did you say? No. No, I said that madam is right. Xiao Zun hurriedly said with a smile. That's more like it. Drink water. Xiao Runing put the water in front of Lin Xian in a bad mood. How should I say this? Yi Qianling then glared at Xiao Runing. Is that how you talk to your boyfriend? Xiao Runing didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Then she picked up the cup and handed it to Lin Xian, saying gently, Drink water. That's more like it. Yi Qianling grumbled. Lin Xian took it with satisfaction and smiled. Good girl. Xiao Runing. She couldn't take it anymore. Mom, I'll go prepare dinner. You can chat with Lin Xian. Xiao Runing wanted to run away quickly. Stop. Yi Qianling stopped her. Is there anything else? Dinner isn't urgent. It's not even 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let the servants prepare the ingredients first. You can cook with me. The most important thing now is the child. Xiao Runing. Mom, I can't conjure up a child for you right now. Xiao Runing was going crazy. Xian, give me the thing. Yi Qianling opened her hand to Lin Xian. Lin Xian was dumbfounded. Auntie, what is it? It's the thing you have to wear when you're intimate. Lin Xian, Xiao Runing, Xiao Xinue, Mom, dear Mom, I'm begging you. Let's do our nails and hair, okay? Xiao Runing hugged Yi Qianling and giggled. Next to him, Xiao Xinue calmly took a sip of tea with both hands. Lin Xian said awkwardly, I don't have one. You don't have one? Shouldn't you guys carry one or two around with you in your wallet? Ahem, Lin Xian scratched his head and said, but Xiao Ningning and I don't get intimate more than a few times a year. I don't have one with me. Xiao Runing. This bastard did it on purpose. Yi Qianling looked at Xiao Runing. My bad. Xiao Runing quickly said. She hated Lin Xian so much that she gritted her teeth. You've always been obedient since you were young. Your sister is the one who doesn't listen. Why don't you listen to Mom? I'll listen. Xiao Runing said repeatedly. She lost. She admitted defeat. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. Oh, little Xin Yue didn't listen when she was young? Why did it feel like the opposite? Lin Xian felt that the one who didn't listen was more likely to be Xiao Runing, not Xiao Xinyue. Xiao Xinyue saw Lin Xian's gaze and quickly lowered her head to drink her tea. Okay, let's not talk about anything else. Xiao Xian, do you want to rest in Ningning's room? Yi Qianling asked. Auntie, it's okay. We'll talk about it at night. Okay, that's fine. Ningning and I will go prepare dinner. You two can talk. Xinyue, tell your brother-in-law more about your sister's past. Xiao Xinyue. Oh, okay. Xiao Xinyue nodded. Obviously, Yi Qianling was helping Lin Xian. She wanted Xiao Xinyue to tell Lin Xian some embarrassing things about Xiao Runing and then raise his status. This mother-in-law was really scheming. Xiao Runing was about to lose all hope. Her mother made her feel hopeless, and Lin Xian, that bastard, was adding fuel to the fire. Oh, damn it. Xiao Xian, your auntie is like this. You have to be more tolerant. She's been thinking about grandchildren all day long. Especially when she sees her good friends carrying grandchildren out for walks all day long, she hopes to have grandchildren to carry even more. Xiao Zun said to Lin Xian with a smile. Okay, of course I understand. Lin Xian nodded. But Ningning isn't young anymore. It's time for her to start a family. And Xinyue. The topic suddenly turned to Xiao Xinyue. Xiao Xinyue was stunned. We were quite happy when we heard that Xinyue had a boyfriend. We thought that the two precious daughters would bring their boyfriends this year, but she said that they broke up. Didn't I say not to mention it? Xiao Xinyue said indifferently. After your mom finished urging your sister, she started urging you. Hua Zun said helplessly. Chapter 850. Lin Xian said with a smile, Sister-in-law is so beautiful. Finding a boyfriend is a piece of cake. That may be the case, but both of my daughters are beautiful. I've never seen them have a boyfriend before. You'll have one next year, Lin Xian said with a smile. Xiao Xinyue was speechless. What an awkward way to address her as sister-in-law. All right, stay here for a few more days. There's an important banquet at the palace tomorrow night. The whole family will be there. You should go too. Lin Xian nodded. Lin Xian wasn't in a hurry to leave, so it didn't matter if he stayed a little longer. All right, I'll go help out. Xian, you can talk to Xinyue. Xiao Zun left after saying that. Sister-in-law. Be normal. Without her parents by her side, Xiao Xinyue returned to her usual self. It's very normal, sister-in-law. Lin Xian grinned. Xiao Xinyue shook her head secretly. Tell me about your sister. Lin Xian said with a smile. I won't. Then I'll tell your mom that you didn't listen to her. Xiao Xinyue was speechless. Then I'll tell my mom that you're a fake boyfriend. All right, then you're only messing with your sister. You didn't take revenge on me. Xiao Xinyue was speechless. That made sense. Then give me a kiss, Lin Xian said with a smile. Go to hell. Xiao Xinyue said coldly, but her beautiful face was a little red. It was a strange feeling. Her sister's boyfriend was at home, and her sister's family was in the kitchen. Then she and her sister's boyfriend were flirting. It was inexplicably exciting. Although she knew that this boyfriend was a fake, it was still exciting. To be honest, I like you more than your sister. Why don't we make do? Lin Xian said with a smile. Xiao Xinyue was speechless. She simply couldn't tell which of his words was true and which were false. Xiao Xinyue didn't answer. Hey, I'm serious. Why don't you consider it? Not considering. I've helped you so much, but you haven't repaid me yet. Lin Xian mumbled. What do you want? Xiao Xinyue looked at Lin Xian. I want you. Xiao Xinyue was speechless. Hey, say something. Can you give me a kiss? No. Wow. This is what I want in return. You don't agree? You ungrateful bastard, goodbye. Lin Xian then stood up. Where are you going? It doesn't matter where I'm going. I just don't want to see you. Xiao Xinyue was speechless. Then it should be fine from now on, right? Xiao Xinyue said helplessly. Because what Lin Xian said was indeed reasonable. He had helped him so much, but he had yet to thank him. Kiss him? That might not necessarily be the case. In any case, let's talk about it later. Okay, you've agreed. Lin Xian then sat down with a smile and said, Actually, you don't have to kiss me. Why don't you give me a chance to ask you to be my girlfriend? Just take it as my repayment, okay? No. Okay. That's it. You've agreed. You can't go back on your words. That's great. I like people like you. We'll be like this when we get back to Lin and City. Lin Xian then walked away with a smile. Xiao Xinyue was speechless. Did she agree? But she lowered her head and thought. Did Lin Xian really like her? Yes, she was thinking about this question. Lin Xian went to the kitchen. In the kitchen, the mother and daughter were cooking. Xiao Zun was the assistant. The kitchen was super big. There were also a few girls helping to wash the vegetables. In any case, Lin Xian felt that this family was the most harmonious one he had ever been to. As the head of the family, Xiao Zun was very fond of his wife, making him seem like a henpecked husband. He didn't feel any of the aura that the head of a super family should have from them. They were especially amiable. It must be known that to some extent, the Xiao family was in existence slightly superior to the 8 great families of Tiandu. I'll help, Lin Xian said. Go out and play. You don't need to help. Xiao Runing rolled her eyes and said, Ning Ning. Yi Qianling then said. Xiao Runing was like a mouse seeing a cat. She then said gently to Lin Xian, Leave the cooking to us women. You're a guest. You can rest outside. I'm not a woman. Xiao Zun suddenly realized this. He then waved his hand and prepared to go out. Where are you going? Help me. Is it hard for you to cook for the children? Yi Qianling glared at him. Yes. Xiao Zun said with a smile. Lin Xian then smiled and said, Actually, I often cook at home. Xiao Ningning can prove this. Xiao Runing nodded. Lin Xian's cooking is quite good. What? You cook for Ningning? Ningning, is it because you're too lazy at home? Women should follow the 3 rules and 4 virtues. Cooking should be done by a girl. Do you understand? Xiao Runing wanted to cry. Auntie, don't misunderstand. She occasionally cooks. Occasionally. Xiao Runing really wanted to strangle Lin Xian. This guy was definitely doing it on purpose. I'll say it one last time. I know. Xiao Runing hurriedly said. Xiao Xian, hearing you say this, Auntie really feels bad for you. Xiao Runing, hey. Whose mother are you? Also, what's there to feel bad for? Even if what he said was true, cooking was less intimate. What's there to feel bad for? Oh my God. Xinyue, do you think I was picked up? Xiao Runing helplessly asked Xiao Xinyue, who was walking over. Then you'll have to ask Mom and Dad. I was born later than you. It's even more impossible for me to know. Xiao Xinyue said faintly. Then she walked into the kitchen to help cut the vegetables. That's right. You really were picked up from the trash can. Yi Qianling joked. What a coincidence. Maybe our trash cans were next to each other. Lin Xian teased Xiao Runing. Go to hell. Xiao Runing rolled her eyes. Look at you. You're not gentle anymore. How can you win a man's heart like this? What if Xiao Xian doesn't want you one day? Mom, if he doesn't want me, it'll be me who doesn't want him. Xiao Runing said helplessly. Look at you. You're still so picky. Xiao Runing. Hey. She was known as the #1 beauty teacher in Tianhua City. She was a beauty on the same level as Han Chushue and the others. Why couldn't she be picky? This mother of hers was so hurtful. But Xiao Xian is also quite handsome. Your baby should be very good-looking too. Yi Qianling was already looking forward to it. Why are you talking about this again? Hearing her mother talk about babies made Xiao Runing's head hurt. If you don't want to give birth to a child, can't you let me think about it? Xiao Runing. Chapter 851. When Xiao Xinyue saw how miserable her sister was, she was genuinely trying to hold back her laughter. To be honest, it was quite difficult for her to laugh. However, home was the warmest place in the world. She knew that Jingjing would be relaxed and laugh in front of her family at home. Sister, if you said you wouldn't bring your boyfriend home, you would be scolded to death. Now that you brought him home, it would be even worse. How miserable. What are you laughing at? Your sister is a letdown, so you have to work harder for me and bring your boyfriend home next year. Yi Qianling pinched Xiao Xinyue's pink cheeks and said. It seemed that her words were normal, but in fact, her tone was teasing. It was dignified, but not threatening. Xiao Xinyue. Serves you right for laughing at me. Xiao Runing felt comfortable in her heart. Xiao Xian, if you have any outstanding brothers, you can introduce them to Xinyue. Got it, Auntie. Yi Qianling was very satisfied with Lin Xian. In fact, she had some understanding of Lin Xian. Although she had said that her daughter only needed to find a man as long as he was a man, she certainly wouldn't like him if his character wasn't good enough. However, Xiao Runing had told her a lot of things about Lin Xian, including the fact that Lin Xian had saved her before and that he had the 3 attributes of space, thunder, and ice. She also knew that Lin Xian was the Lin Xian from the Art Pavilion group, so she would certainly be very satisfied. Then, they happily made a table full of delicious food. After they finished, it was already dark. This was the ice country, and it got dark early almost all year round. Then, their family sat at the table. As for the other servants in the house, they had their own canteen. They went to cook for themselves, and the treatment was also very good. Let's eat. Let me try Xiao Xian's cooking first. Yi Qianling couldn't wait to pick up a piece of red braised pork that Lin Xian had personally made. Lin Xian looked at her expectantly. How is it? Very good. I can tell that you usually cook a lot. Yi Qianling nodded with satisfaction. She was starting to believe that Lin Xian often cooked for Xiao Runing. Xiao Xinyue also picked up a piece of Lin Xian's dish. It was really not bad. Hey. Is no one going to try mine? Xiao Runing said, feeling wronged. Alright, don't be jealous. Everyone, let's eat. Otherwise, the food will get cold. Xiao Zun smiled and said to his daughter. Because this was a special occasion, the whole family drank a lot of wine. 40 minutes later, they were almost done eating. They talked about a lot of things in the afternoon and during the meal. By the way, Xiao Xian, how did you meet my Ning Ning and how did you end up together? Yi Qianling asked. In fact, she had always suspected that Lin Xian was Xiao Runing's fake boyfriend because Lin Xian was her student. She knew that her daughter's thoughts were quite traditional. She shouldn't be able to accept this kind of thing easily. Therefore, she had always been suspicious. She only asked this question to see if she could find any clues. Of course, it would be best if it was true. Xiao Runing and Lin Xian had a lot of things in common. For example, this question. I see. It was fate. At that time, I was still Xiao Ningning's student. It's embarrassing to talk about it. Then, our school organized an exam. We encountered danger there, but I happened to have the space attribute, so we escaped. After pausing for a moment, Lin Xian continued, because I saved Ning Ning's life. Apart from the teacher-student relationship, we also became good friends. After that, I pursued her for quite a while. Lin Xian's words were the same as what Yi Qianling heard from Xiao Runing. She couldn't find any clues. Speaking of which, I heard that there wasn't enough spiritual energy at the time. You could only send the others out, but you were trapped there, right? Lin Xian nodded. Speaking of which, I was lucky that I didn't die. Yi Qianling was very satisfied with Lin Xian for this reason. In this day and age, a person who dared to sacrifice himself to save others was admirable. There was no problem with his character. At the very least, if the two of them were in danger, he wouldn't abandon his daughter and run away alone. One who survives a great disaster is bound to have good fortune in the future. Lin Xian nodded. That's right. The good fortune is that I managed to get Xiao Ningning. Lin Xian said with a smile. Xiao Runing. Wow. Why did she feel that this bastard's words were quite touching? Yi Qianling nodded in satisfaction. However, she really couldn't be sure if this Lin Xian was her daughter's fake boyfriend. There was another big reason. Her daughter said that she had a boyfriend too suddenly. A few days before the new year, she called Xiao Runing and told her not to come home if she didn't have a boyfriend. At that time, she said that she had a boyfriend. Just a week ago, she had called Xiao Xinyue and asked her if Xiao Runing had a boyfriend, but she had said no. So this was the biggest reason why she was suspicious. Could it really be so coincidental that they only confirmed their relationship a week or two before the new year? Regarding this point, she had asked Xiao Runing about it, but Xiao Runing had not said anything about it. She had said that they had been dating for a very long time, but she had never told anyone about it, including Xiao Xinyue, so there was no flaw in it. Xiao Xinyue had said that she did not have a boyfriend, because she did not know about it. So the only thing that could really clear her doubts was tonight. Her daughter was very conservative. If this Lin Xian wasn't her boyfriend, then they definitely wouldn't be so close. Xiao Runing's acting skills were really off the charts. Although she was scolded by Yi Qianling in various ways, she performed well in small details, such as getting food for Lin Xian, helping Lin Xian get his slippers, and occasionally helping Lin Xian tidy his clothes. She was very much like a little wife. Part of it was acting, but part of it was really natural. These were also things that Yi Qianling paid attention to. If they had really been together for a long time, these small details would definitely be exposed. However, she really couldn't see anything. One of the reasons was that Xiao Runing and Lin Xian were very ambiguous. Xiao Xian, how old are you? After dinner, they sat on the sofa and chatted while drinking tea. Really, they chatted too much today. Lin Xian also learned a lot of little things about Xiao Xinyue and Xiao Runing. For example, Xiao Xinyue used to be disobedient and liked to fight. She even became the big sister of a group of boys at that time. Of course, that was when she was young. To be honest, compared to now, you couldn't imagine how she was like when she was young. If it was Xiao Runing, there was a slight possibility, but with Xiao Xinyue's personality, how could it be possible? Because changing a person's personality was harder than ascending to the heavens. Basically, something that could change a person's life had to happen. Then, Lin Xian also knew why Xiao Xinyue became so quiet. Chapter 852. Xiao Xinyue was quite naughty when she was young, but she had a good relationship with her grandmother. Her grandmother practically raised her when she was young. When she was 11, Xiao Xinyue went on an expedition to the demonic beast domain with her friends. However, she wasn't very strong. Her grandmother found out about this and anxiously went to look for Xiao Xinyue. Coincidentally, they were in danger, but Xiao Xinyue's grandmother wasn't very strong either. In the end, she managed to save them, but she died from her injuries. After that incident, Xiao Xinyue's personality changed greatly, because she always felt that she was the one who caused the death of her beloved grandmother. This became the only pain in Xiao Xinyue's heart. When Lin Xian found out about this, he also sighed inwardly. She was indeed responsible for this, but who could say for sure? This kind of thing could really change a person completely. It turned out that she had such a story. Lin Xian looked at Yi Qianling and said, "She's 22 this year." 22. Yi Qianling muttered. "My Ning Ning is almost 25. Isn't that like an old cow eating young grass?" Yi Qianling muttered. Xiao Runing, "Oh. It's fine, it's fine. A girl 3 years older than you is holding a golden brick. Lin Xian said with a smile. Ha ha ha, that's true. Just don't lose out. Yi Qianling said with a smile. Xiao Runing. Really? She was so unhappy. How could Lin Xian lose out? She was her mother. Shouldn't she be worried about losing out? What do you mean lose out? Little Xian is 3 years younger than you, and you still make him cook? Xiao Runing lowered her head. She felt wronged. Xiao Xinyue shook her head inwardly. What a pitiful woman. I won't chat with you anymore. I'm going to sleep. Xiao Runing then angrily went upstairs. It's getting late. Little Xian, you should go up and rest too. Auntie, I'll go up first. After saying that, Lin Xian left. I'll go back to my room too, Xiao Xinyue said. You stay here first. Yi Qianling stopped Xiao Xinyue. Xiao Xinyue's face was full of suspicion. Then, she sat down again. Let me ask you, is Xiao Xian your sister's fake boyfriend? Xiao Xinyue was speechless. Did they do something wrong? Why do you ask? Of course, it was impossible for Xiao Runing to betray her. In a way, they were in the same boat. If she betrayed her now, Xiao Runing would betray her in the future. It's okay, I'm just asking. After all, the news of your sister finding a boyfriend is too sudden. Although I'm not from the same generation as you, I still know that the children of your generation often use a fake boyfriend or girlfriend as a scapegoat. Yi Qianling said. Mom, where did you learn all this from? Novels and TV dramas. Xiao Xinyue was speechless. I don't know. I haven't known Lin Xian for long. They met in Tianhua City while I was in Lin and City. They only came to Lin and City after Tianhua City fell. It should be normal for them to date in Tianhua City, Xiao Xinyue said. If you don't tell me what you know, I'll post a picture of you wearing diapers when you were a child. Xiao Xinyue was speechless. Wow. So ruthless. I really don't know, Xiao Xinyue said helplessly. Okay, go and rest. Yi Qianling waved her hand. Then, Xiao Xinyue hurried upstairs as if she had been pardoned. Honey, how can there be so many possibilities? I think you're overthinking it. Xiao Xian is a good person. Our daughter gets along well with him. Xiao Zun shook his head helplessly. What do you know? If Xiao Xian is a fake, won't our grandson have to wait a few more years? So I have to confirm it, Yi Qianling muttered. The two kids are already in their room. What else do you want? There's no hurry. What time is it? It's only 8 o'clock. Young people are all-night owls. They sleep late. Lin Xian smiled as he followed Xiao Runing back to the big and beautiful room. Xiao Runing's room was also a relatively young girl's room. Anyway, Lin Xian had discovered that no matter what kind of girl they were, in fact, they all had a young girl's heart hidden in their hearts. Perhaps this was what women were like. Whoosh! Lin Xian kicked off his slippers and jumped onto the huge bed. Bastard! Xiao Runing closed the door and glared at Lin Xian angrily. Hey, why are you scolding me? Lin Xian sat on the bed and looked at Xiao Runing as he asked with a smile on his face. You bastard. You did it on purpose today. Xiao Runing pointed at Lin Xian and said angrily. Who said that? When did I do it on purpose? And it's clearly Auntie who is picking on you, okay? Why don't you go look for Auntie then? Lin Xian stretched and laughed. Humph. Xiao Runing couldn't win against Lin Xian and swallowed her grievances. She was so angry. Get up. Xiao Runing pushed Lin Xian away unhappily and sat on the bed. She crawled under the blanket and took out her phone to play games. Hey, give me some blankets. Go to the wardrobe and get another one. Xiao Runing said unhappily. Okay, you said it. Lin Xian said and walked to the wardrobe. Xiao Runing suddenly thought of something. Hey, come here. Xiao Runing quickly called out to Lin Xian. What? I'll go get the blankets. Don't. Xiao Runing suddenly thought that if they each had their own bed and quilt, then her mother would come in and see this scene. She would certainly be suspicious. So they could only have one blanket. I don't care, I want to make my own bed, Lin Xian said. Xiao Runing, no need, you can come in. Come in. Lin Xian revealed a smirk. Bastard. Seeing Lin Xian's smirk, Xiao Runing knew that this bastard was thinking of something bad again. Lin Xian then shook his head. I don't care, I'm not coming in, I want to make my own bed. Unless you beg me. Xiao Runing, get lost. Then Lin Xian walked to the wardrobe and opened it. I beg you, I beg you. Seeing this scene, Xiao Runing wanted to cry but had no tears. Then are you wrong? Wrong, wrong. Xiao Runing nodded repeatedly. Then give me a kiss. Lin Xian smiled and moved his face closer. Lin Xian. Xiao Runing looked at Lin Xian angrily. I'll go get the blanket. Xiao Runing, I'll kiss, I'll kiss. Xiao Runing then closed her eyes and smacked Lin Xian's face. Is that enough? Her face was slightly red as she glared at Lin Xian. Hee, then I'll give you a kiss too. Then Lin Xian leaned over and gave her a kiss. Get lost. Xiao Runing pushed Lin Xian away. Lin Xian crawled into her blanket. It's so warm. Lin Xian sighed deeply, then his feet under the blanket searched for Xiao Runing's jade feet and rubbed against them. Xiao Runing, what's wrong with you? She glared at Lin Xian. My feet are cold. Help me cover them. Xiao Runing. Chapter 853. Xiao Runing was about to go crazy. Her mother did it during the day, and Lin Xian did it at night. She was so miserable. What? You don't look like you're willing? I've traveled a long way to Ice Nation, and the weather here is extremely cold. I'm not used to the cold, and my feet are cold. Can't you help me warm them? How vicious, Lin Xian said, aggrieved. Xiao Runing. Wah. She really wanted to beat him up. First of all, the air conditioner was on at home, so how could the temperature in her room be 20 degrees Celsius? How could it be cold? Second of all, you're in the law realm? Third of all, aren't your feet quite warm? He just wanted to take advantage of her. I'll kick you to death. Xiao Runing glared at Lin Xian. Hee, you still want a kiss? Xiao Runing, I can't be bothered with you. Let's play games. Count me in. After about an hour, Yi Qianling came to their door. Seeing that the lights were still on, she knocked on the door, pushed it open, and walked in. Lin Xian and Xiao Runing were in the same bed, playing games on their phones. What are you doing? It's so late and you're still awake. Yi Qianling walked in with a smile. We're playing games. Mom, you should go to bed early. Xiao Runing said as she played. I'll go to bed soon. I brought you a roll of toilet paper. There shouldn't be any in your room, right? After saying that, Yi Qianling put a roll of toilet paper on the bedside table. Xiao Runing. Lin Xian held back his laughter. Ha ha ha, how interesting. Thank you, Mom. Xiao Runing said helplessly. Go to bed early. Don't stay up too late. We'll go out for a walk tomorrow morning. I haven't taken little Xian to see the scenery of Ice City yet. Got it, Auntie. Lin Xian said. Yi Qianling then walked out. These two kids shouldn't be pretending, right? Yi Qianling muttered. As an experienced person, she naturally had more experience than them and knew more. In any case, she felt that the two of them were like a couple. No, we'll have to wait and see. Actually, when she entered the room, it seemed like she didn't mean it, but her eyes were always looking at some details, such as whether they were in the same bed, or how close they were to each other. She couldn't see anything for the time being. Auntie, are you trying to see if we're a couple? Lin Xian asked in a low voice. Xiao Runing nodded. Yes, I don't know if my mother suspects anything. Xiao Runing silently closed the 0 to 13 game and threw the phone aside. Then, she lay there with her back facing Lin Xian. I'm going to sleep. Then I will sleep too. Lin Xian then turned off the lights and snuggled under the blanket. His hand went under Xiao Runing's body. What are you doing? Xiao Runing said angrily. Hugging you, of course. What else can I do? When Auntie comes in and sees us sleeping separately, won't she be suspicious? Lin Xian said in a reasonable manner. No, we'll talk about it when the time comes. Then it's up to you. I'll go get a new blanket. Lin Xian muttered. Xiao Runing. She lost. Then, she weakly snuggled into Lin Xian's arms and rested her head on Lin Xian's arm. Are you satisfied? Xiao Runing rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. Lin Xian sniffed her hair hard. It smells so good. I miss the sun. Xiao Runing. Go to hell. They had been too ambiguous before, and had done a lot of ambiguous things. Although Xiao Runing was very shy, but she had slowly adapted a lot compared to before. Do you want to make some noise? Lin Xian asked softly. Ha! Xiao Runing looked at Lin Xian in confusion. What if Auntie is eavesdropping outside? You have to scream. Xiao Runing. I'll scream your sister. Really? Today, she had vented all the anger she had accumulated over the past year. But what if you don't scream? If Auntie finds out tomorrow that we didn't do it, she'll be angry at you. Xiao Runing blushed. This bastard. Get lost, she said in annoyance. Knock knock knock. At this moment, someone knocked on their door. Ning Ning, are you asleep? Xiao Runing. Not yet, Mom. What's the matter? Xiao Runing felt a headache coming on. Nothing. If you're not asleep, open the door. I'll bring you a glass of milk. Coming. Xiao Runing turned on the lights and walked over to open the door. Yi Qianling walked in with a glass of milk. Come, Xian. Drink a glass of milk before bed. It'll help you sleep. Yi Qianling handed the glass of milk to Lin Xian with a smile. Thank you, Auntie. Lin Xian took it and said, Auntie, you should go to bed early. NN, if you want to sleep then sleep. I won't disturb you. Also, it's not cold here. Didn't Ning Ning bring you pajamas? It's not comfortable to sleep in a sweater. Take it off. Okay, Auntie. Okay. Go to sleep. I won't disturb you. Yi Qianling walked out with a smile. Oh, Auntie is so nice. She warmed up a glass of milk in the middle of the night. I'm so touched. Lin Xian held the glass of milk with both hands and said happily. Xiao Runing. The worst thing was that her mother brought the milk and gave it to Lin Xian alone. Couldn't she have warmed up a glass for her too? Was she really her daughter? Give it to me. Xiao Runing looked at Lin Xian with jealousy and reached out her hand. What? Xiao Runing snatched Lin Xian's milk and gulped it down. Damn. Auntie prepared this milk for me. Lin Xian said unhappily. Humph. Xiao Runing looked at Lin Xian proudly. She turned off the lights and crawled under the covers in satisfaction. Comfortable. Lin Xian shrugged. He wouldn't lower himself to her level. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Come into your husband's arms. On the other side, Yi Qianling returned to her room. Where did you go? Xiao Zun sat on the bed and asked while reading a book. To bring a glass of milk to Xiao Xian. The two of them are in the same room. Why did you disturb them again and again? Didn't you just say that Xiao Xian should be our daughter's boyfriend? Xiao Zun said helplessly. Although there was indeed a possibility that Lin Xian was pretending to be her boyfriend, from what he could see, the two of them behaved very intimately and were very normal. There was no element of deliberate acting, so he felt that Lin Xian should be her real boyfriend. Yi Qianling sat on the bed and said, Can't I go and supervise them? You don't know. Xiao Xian is still wearing a sweater to sleep. Our daughter didn't bring him any pajamas. Our daughter should have male pajamas in her room. That's why they're still like this even though the lights are off. They might not do anything tonight. What did you do? Xiao Zun felt that something was wrong. Yi Qianling smiled and said, I asked Xiao Rou to go to the pharmacy and buy that. What? That thing that I occasionally give you to eat. Xiao Zun. Chapter 854. Really? He wanted to curse. What does it have to do with you whether they do it or not? If they want to do it, then forget it. What did she give him? Aphrodisiac. It wasn't exactly an aphrodisiac, but more or less, it would greatly increase the user's sexual desire. He, Xiao Zun, was usually very tired from work, but this woman was like a wolf. Sometimes, he didn't even want to do that at night. Therefore, Yi Qianling secretly put some of that in his tea, and then, he didn't expect her to. Sigh, it won't be good if this gets out. So what? Anyway, no one will find out. Did you find out when I gave it to you? You didn't find out until I told you. Also, I usually only put 1 tablet, but this time, I put 4 tablets in the milk. Tonight, our daughter must have a baby for us. Xiao Zun. Go to sleep, silly old woman. Xiao Zun was furious. In the room, Lin Xian was happily hugging Xiao Runing's delicate body, smelling her fragrance. He couldn't be more satisfied. But it was a bit torturous. Lin Xian, why don't you turn off the air conditioner? Xiao Runing opened her beautiful eyes and suddenly said in a soft voice. Why? It's a bit hot. She tugged at her pajamas unconsciously. Lin Xian scratched his head and turned off the air conditioner. I want a kiss. Then Lin Xian said with a smile. Go to hell. Xiao Runing glared at Lin Xian. I don't care, I want a kiss. Then Lin Xian directly kissed her. This time, it wasn't her face. Xiao Runing's beautiful eyes widened. Her hand subconsciously hit Lin Xian, but Lin Xian didn't let go. If he didn't take advantage of her now, when would he? Gradually, Xiao Runing's entire body lost its strength. Lin Xian also became more and more unbridled. His hand even reached out to the sacred part of Xiao Runing's body that he had never touched before. What puzzled Lin Xian the most was that she didn't reject him. She really didn't reject him. Holy shit! Is yours truly so charming now? Lin Xian thought to himself. Then, he was too lazy to think about it anymore. He took advantage of Xiao Runing to his heart's content. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Lin Xian had already been honest with her. Lin Xian. Really? He felt that it was very strange. How did he manage to push down Xiao Runing for no reason? Ding. Successfully pushed down Xiao Jieje. Prince Charming points plus 100,000 0. Ding. Prince Charming points plus 50,000 0. Ding. Outside Xiao Runing's room, Yi Qianling's ears were pressed against the door as she listened to the movements inside. Her eyes were shining. Humph, aren't you going to give me a baby now? Then, Yi Qianling walked back to her room in satisfaction. The next morning, Lin Xian opened his eyes with a whoosh. Looking at Xiao Runing in his arms, he began to doubt his life. Something was wrong. He had originally come over to take advantage of her, so how could he push her away? And Xiao Runing was also very strange last night. Lin Xian felt that it was extremely strange. Their relationship was good, but it definitely wasn't to the point where he could push down Xiao Runing. But last night, she actually took the initiative. Holy shit! Since the girl took the initiative, how could Lin Xian think too much about it? He took advantage of the situation and even received a lot of Prince Charming points. Sigh. Having too much charm is really a sin. Lin Xian sighed. In his arms, Xiao Runing's long eyelashes trembled slightly. Then she slowly opened her eyes. And then, she was in a mess. Last night's memory was very clear. It wasn't because she was drunk or anything. She clearly knew what she was doing, but she also clearly knew that she was taking the initiative. God! Why was that? After opening her eyes, she couldn't figure it out. That was impossible. Was Lin Xian really that charming? You're awake. Seeing Xiao Runing open her eyes and let her imagination run wild, Lin Xian asked. Ouch! In the next second, Lin Xian cried out. Xiao Runing twisted a piece of his flesh, and then turned it 180 degrees. Bastard! She pushed Lin Xian away, then gritted her teeth and glared at Lin Xian. Hey, how am I a bastard? Last night, I just wanted to kiss you. You took my hand and sent it to your body, then. Before Lin Xian could finish, he was interrupted by Xiao Runing with a red face. Go die. Okay, I won't say anything. Lin Xian shut his mouth. Xiao Runing was really messed up. How did he lose his mind in such a muddle-headed manner? Xiao Xian, Ning, are you awake? Lin Xian's mother-in-law Yi Chenling's voice came from outside. Xiao Runing's body tensed up, then she gave Lin Xian a look. Auntie, we just woke up. If you're awake, then get up and eat breakfast. Okay, Auntie. Then, Yi Chenling walked away. You go out first. Then what are you doing? I'm going to hide the bedsheet. Xiao Runing said helplessly. There were definitely bloodstains on the bedsheet. It wouldn't be good if her mother saw it. Lin Xian tried to hold back his laughter. You're still laughing. Nothing happened between us, we didn't do anything. Lin Xian shrugged his shoulders. Honey, you have to be good. Lin Xian then smiled and went into the bathroom to take a shower. Xiao Runing then lay there, doubting her life. It was very uncomfortable, but she wasn't angry. Because she knew that she was the one who took the initiative last night. She was just imagining things. Why? Her chastity was gone. It was very uncomfortable, but there was no turning back now. Bastard. Xiao Runing kept hitting the pillow to vent. Mushroom. What a loss. Lin Xian walked out naked. You. Xiao Runing saw him like this and blushed. What? There's no towel. Lin Xian then used his fire attribute energy to dry the water and put on his clothes. You rest first. I'll tell Auntie that it's not convenient for you. Lin Xian walked out after he finished speaking. Phew, Xiao Runing took a deep breath and rushed into the bathroom to take a shower. When she came out, she saw the bloodstains and doubted her life. She then quickly put away the bedsheet. Xiao Xian, did you sleep well last night? In the living room, Yi Chenling and Lin Xian were eating breakfast. Xiao Xinyue accompanied Xiao Zun to do something early in the morning. Pretty good. Lin Xian said with a smile. How was it? Can you let Ning get pregnant this time? Lin Xian. That. You have to know that Auntie put 4 pills in the glass of milk she gave you last night. The effects of the pills should be at least 3 times. Lin Xian. Xiao Runing had just walked down when she suddenly heard Yi Chenling's words. She was stunned and completely confused. Oh my God. My dear mother. It's all your fault. You gave your daughter away. Chapter 855. Originally, Xiao Runing was really puzzled. Why did she take the initiative last night? Now she understood. Everything was clear. It was this biological mother who did it. Originally, she was extremely unhappy, but now, it wasn't Lin Xian's fault. It was her. If she hadn't snatched the milk that Yi Chenling had given to Lin Xian last night, things wouldn't have turned out like this. Sob. She was so pitiful. Lin Xian really wanted to give this mother-in-law a thumbs up from the bottom of his heart. Amazing. Too amazing. With such a mother-in-law, wouldn't picking up girls be a piece of cake? Ning, you're here too. Come and have breakfast. Yi Chenling waved at Xiao Runing. Xiao Runing walked over with a wry smile. Mom, can you be more serious? How old are you already? Why are you still using this kind of thing? Xiao Runing was angry, embarrassed, and helpless. At this point, what else could she say? What? You didn't care enough and didn't give me a grandson. Now you're blaming me? No, no, it's just, Aya. Xiao Runing ate her breakfast helplessly. Lin Xian was holding back his laughter the whole time. If there were such mothers-in-law everywhere in the world, wouldn't it be heaven everywhere? Your dad and sister are busy outside. In the morning, we'll take Xiao Xian around Ice City. Tonight, we'll go to the palace for the banquet. Oh, got it. Xiao Runing mumbled. Go change your clothes after breakfast. I'll go upstairs to change first. With that, Yi Qianling walked away. You're still laughing. Xiao Runing glared at Lin Xian angrily. Xiao Ningning, you can't blame me for this. But I'll take responsibility for you. Lin Xian said. Scram. Xiao Runing said angrily. I'm serious. I'll take responsibility for you. Nothing happened between us. We didn't do anything. Xiao Runing said. Why deceive yourself? Lin Xian mumbled. Scram. Okay. Nothing happened between us. We didn't do anything. Lin Xian shrugged. Fortunately, when Xiao Runing's mission was triggered, they would already have this relationship. At that time, it should be easy to get it with a little effort. However, Lin Xian would definitely maintain a close relationship with her. Xiao Runing felt very helpless. For almost the entire day, Lin Xian, Xiao Runing, and Yi Qianling strolled around the ice capital. Xiao Runing's mood gradually improved. The sky slowly darkened. Only then did they return home. In the living room, Xiao Xinyue and Xiao Zun were sitting there reading a magazine. Why haven't you changed your clothes? Yi Qianling glanced at them and asked. You guys went out to play for a whole day and you're not in a hurry, so why should we be? Xiao Zun said. He was a little jealous. They said they would come back at noon, but they didn't wait and left them alone. Xiao Xinyue nodded. Okay. I bought you a set of clothes. Yi Qianling threw the clothes to Xiao Zun. You bought it especially for me? Of course. Xiao Zun smiled. He was very easy to satisfy. Then what are those big and small bags you're carrying? He then asked another question. Oh, I bought it for Xiao Xian. Xiao Zun. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. Father-in-law, I'm sorry. I'm so popular now. Don't be so serious. Why are you jealous of the child? Do you lack clothes? Xiao Xian only brought a set of clothes. Don't you have to buy more? Moreover, you're not the worst. Who's the worst? Xinue. No one bought clothes for her. Yi Qianling said. Xiao Xinue. Lin Xian held back his laughter. Interesting. Xiao Xinue said indifferently, no need. I can buy it myself. That's why I didn't plan to buy it for you. Xiao Xinue, Xiao Xian, you and Ning Ning go to the room and change. You guys, go change too. Okay. Then Lin Xian and Xiao Runing returned to the room. Wife, help your husband undress. Lin Xian opened his arms and said to Xiao Runing. Scram. Xiao Runing said in annoyance. You're not giving me any face at all. I'm your boyfriend tonight. It's hard for me to continue acting like this. Lin Xian sighed. Xiao Runing, big brother, you already did that to me. You're still not satisfied. Xiao Runing roared in her heart. Wear it yourself. Seriously. Xiao Runing glared at Lin Xian. All right, I'll watch you change before putting it on, Lin Xian said with a grin. Xiao Runing. Scram. Go outside. Wait for me to change before coming back in. You've changed. You wouldn't yell at me in the past. Lin Xian said, feeling wronged. Yes, in the past, Xiao Runing wouldn't yell at Lin Xian. She had never even told Lin Xian to scram. But this time, when Lin Xian came to Ice City, she really couldn't hold it in. This guy was too infuriating. In fact, Lin Xian also knew that this was a way for her to find out the grievances in her heart. She was a pure and innocent girl, and yet she was tricked by her own mother? Then can you go out first? No. Lin Xian shook his head. You. Think about it. Auntie asked us to change. If I go out, won't Auntie know that our relationship isn't that close? If I have to come out after you change, won't we be exposed? Xiao Runing. That made sense. But why did she feel that he was actually taking advantage of her? Then go to the bathroom and wait. I'll tell you when I'm done. Okay. Lin Xian shrugged and walked to the bathroom. The door is closed. Xiao Runing shouted. Bang. Then she took a deep breath and slowly unbuttoned her clothes. She changed into the grand attire in her wardrobe for such a big occasion. After about 15 minutes, she breathed a sigh of relief. She looked especially beautiful in her light blue dress. She didn't need any makeup because she was really exquisite. She couldn't help but be intoxicated by her own reflection in the mirror. Unfortunately, that bastard took advantage of her. The most important reason why girls took a long time to go out was because of makeup. But without makeup, she saved a lot of time. Her temperament was very suitable for white and blue. I'm done. You go out, Xiao Runing said as she turned around. Then, she stopped talking because she saw Lin Xian's head poking out. The two of them stared at each other. You. Xiao Runing pointed at Lin Xian. She was so embarrassed and angry that she couldn't say anything. When did this bastard peek at her? Don't misunderstand. I just opened the door. I was thinking that it's been 15 minutes. You should be done by now. It's really a coincidence. Really? Xiao Runing didn't quite believe it. I swear. Lin Xian said. Forget it. Go get changed. Swear? What's the use of swearing? Lin Xian thought to himself. Then, he silently glanced at his Adonis points that had increased by 1 million. He was delighted. Chapter 856. 5 minutes later, Lin Xian changed into a well-ironed suit. To be honest, Lin Xian didn't remember wearing a suit before. It was too uncomfortable. Casual wear was comfortable. However, this was an important occasion. It wasn't a place to pretend to be weak. If he went in wearing casual wear, he would be scolded to death. How is it? Is your husband handsome? Lin Xian stood in front of Xiao Runing and walked in a circle. Asoso. Xiao Runing glanced at Lin Xian and mumbled. Suddenly, she thought of something and her beautiful face turned red. Get lost. Whose husband are you? Lin Xian grinned and hugged her slim waist. But you have to call me that tonight. Xiao Runing rolled her eyes at Lin Xian and slapped Lin Xian's hand away. Let's go down. Hee, you're so beautiful. Lin Xian said with a grin. Xiao Runing, she was angry, embarrassed, and a little proud. Disregarding everything else, her looks and figure were still very good. Especially when she dressed up delicately, wearing earrings, a necklace, and a beautiful and elegant dress. Don't talk. Lin Xian then shut his mouth. The two of them went downstairs. Xiao Xinyue had also changed into a new set of clothes. The two sisters, one in blue and one in white, would definitely be the focus of the party. They were too beautiful. It wasn't that they were too affectionate. It was just that their sister-in-law was too charming. Little Xian, a suit suits you. So handsome. Yi Qianling couldn't help but praise Lin Xian when she saw him in a formal suit. The more she looked at him, the more satisfied she was. Auntie is also very beautiful. When Auntie stands with Xiao Ningning and Xinyue, people who don't know you would think that you're sisters. Lin Xian laughed. Ha, little Xian, you're too good with words. But I think it makes sense. Then, Yi Qianling and Lin Xian high-fived. Bootlicker. Xiao Runing couldn't help but mutter. What? Could it be that you think little Xian is wrong? Do you think I'm old? Yi Qianling glared at Xiao Runing. And no such thing. Xiao Runing said, feeling wronged. As expected, when a daughter grows up, she doesn't want her mother anymore. Yi Qianling said with a sigh. Mom, what are you talking about? Xiao Runing hugged Yi Qianling and acted like a spoiled child. If you didn't have such good genes, you wouldn't have been able to give birth to beautiful daughters like me and Xin Yue, right? That's true. Cough, cough, cough. Xiao Zun coughed dryly, indicating that his genes were also very important. If it weren't for your father, you would definitely be prettier. Xiao Zun. It's time to go. Xiao Xinyue said. Let's go, it's getting late. Then the 5 of them got into a business car, with a special driver to help them drive. About half an hour later, the car stopped in front of a huge palace. It was very beautiful, it really gave off the feeling of a palace. It was a place that even a manor couldn't compare to. There were already many cars parked in front of the door, all of them were F*King luxurious cars. One after another, men and women in formal clothes walked in. How many people are there? Lin Xian couldn't help but exclaim. In total, there are more than 1,000 people. They are all famous people in Bing City. It's just like a grand party. Xiao Runing explained to Lin Xian. Can I pick up girls? Lin Xian asked in a low voice. Xiao Runing, up to you. She said angrily. Hee. Walking to the entrance of the palace, Xiao Zun took out the invitation. Mr. Xiao, everyone, please come in. Only after walking into the imperial palace did Lin Xian realize just how old-fashioned he was. Isn't this 2F*King luxurious? Xiao Runing held onto Lin Xian's arm the whole time. Many people looked at them, and many passers-by took the initiative to greet them. After all, the Xiao family's status was here. Uncle Xiao, Auntie Yi, Happy New Year. A man in a suit walked over with a glass of red wine in his hand and said with a smile. Jiming, Happy New Year. Yi Qianling said with a smile. Su Jiming nodded slightly and looked at Xiao Runing and Xiao Xinyue. When he saw Xiao Runing holding onto a boy, he couldn't help but frown. Then he said with a smile, Ning, Xinue, long time no see. You're getting more and more beautiful. Long time no see. Xiao Xinyue nodded slightly. This is. Lin Xian smiled and stretched out his hand. Lin Xian, Ning's boyfriend. Su Jiming, nice to meet you. The two shook hands, and then Su Jiming said, Uncle Xiao, my father wants to talk to you about something. Well, I also have something to talk to him about. Let's go. Yi Qianling then said to Lin Xian and the others, You guys go around and meet new friends. Ning, Xinyue, you guys are often not at home, so many of your friends are unfamiliar. You should build more relationships with your family. It will be useful in the future. I'll chat with your father. Okay. Then they walked away. Who's Su Jiming? I feel like he's not very friendly to me. Lin Xian said. Why is he not friendly? Xiao Runing asked. I feel like he used too much strength when shaking hands. He's my sister's admirer. If my sister didn't find a boyfriend, my mother planned to arrange a blind date for them this year. Lin Xian. No wonder. Lin Xian was secretly speechless. It's not really a blind date. Oh right, it's called a blind date if they don't know each other. It's just to confirm their relationship, Xiao Xinyue nodded and said honestly. Then won't he hate me? Does that mean I'm breaking up with you? Lin Xian asked Xiao Runing with a smile. You just need to be a shield tonight. Don't say anything, don't ask anything. Xiao Runing said. Then, sister-in-law, do you want me to protect you at the same time? Lin Xian looked at Xiao Xinyue with a smile. No need, Xiao Xinyue replied indifferently. No, you have to. As a man, you have to protect a woman. Leave it to me. With these two girls' looks and status, there were definitely a lot of people who admired them. Because Lin Xian could already feel the gazes of the people around them. They were chatting with each other. The adults had their own circle of adults, and the children had their own circle of children. However, when they were chatting, they would occasionally glance over. Although it seemed like they didn't care, they actually cared. Just as they were chatting, a few guys walked over with smiles on their faces. Xingyue, long time no see. Want to have a drink? A guy handed Xiao Xingyue a glass of red wine. Thank you, but I don't drink, Xiao Xingyue declined. What about you, Ningning? Xiao Runing then looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian smiled and said, I'm sorry, Brother Ha. Ningning is pregnant, so she can't drink. I'll drink for her. Xiao Runing, damn it. Chapter 857. The man froze for a moment. Brother, you are Lin Xian, her boyfriend. Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I didn't know, so I'm sorry. Lin Xian smiled, and then they walked away. What nonsense are you talking about? Xiao Runing glared at Lin Xian. Isn't this once and for all? When the time comes, they will casually spread the news that you are pregnant, and no one will come to invite you to drink. It will save a lot of trouble. Lin Xian said with a very reasonable expression. That was the reason. Let's go and eat something. We haven't eaten yet. There will be a lot of food that can only be eaten in our ice country. I recommend you to try it. Xiao Runing said to Lin Xian. Sure. Then Xiao Runing held Lin Xian's arm and walked forward with the third wheel, Xiao Xingyue. During this time, there were a lot of people who came to strike up a conversation, but when they saw Lin Xian's presence, they were all rejected. Thinking about it, they felt quite helpless. Yes, wasn't it normal for Xiao Runing to have a boyfriend? Especially when her parents were so anxious. It was a pity that she wasn't in Ice City, otherwise they would have a great chance. However, Xiao Runing had a boyfriend, but Xiao Xingyue didn't. There were also a lot of people who liked Xiao Xingyue. Hello, Xingyue, long time no see. Two beautiful girls ran over. They were both very beautiful, but to be honest, there was still a gap between them and Xiao Runing. Long time no see. Xiao Xingyue waved at them. Her mood was clearly different from that of a boy. Hello, Sister Ningning. They also said to Xiao Runing with a smile. And you've grown taller. Xiao Runing smiled. How can that be? Sister Ningning is taller, with long legs. This is... A beautiful girl looked at Lin Xian. I'm the long-legged boyfriend. Lin Xian smiled. Wow. Sister Ningning, you finally found a boyfriend. So you're not. One of the girls hurriedly covered her mouth and almost spilled the beans. Not what? Lin Xian asked with interest. It's nothing. We'll leave first, bye-bye. Then, they quickly ran away. What do you mean? Lin Xian looked at Xiao Runing. It's none of your business. Eat. Xiao Runing then gave Lin Xian a piece of ice. Here. Lin Xian. You want me to eat ice? How ruthless. This is a specialty of our ice country. It looks like ordinary ice. Try it and you'll know. Lin Xian took it with interest and put it in his mouth. Crack. Isn't this just F*King normal ice? Yes. Xiao Runing revealed an evil grin, as if her scheme had succeeded. Lin Xian. F*CK. I've been played by this girl. Xiao Runing felt carefree. She felt that the unhappiness of the past 2 days had disappeared. Let's go. I'll bring you to see your grandparents. Xiao Runing said. Okay. Then, Xiao Runing brought Lin Xian to the largest and most luxurious palace. This was not something an ordinary villa could compare to. Those who came were all outside. Although it was cold, which one of them wasn't a noble? Which one of them didn't have cultivation? The so-called cold actually didn't matter. On the contrary, it was very spacious outside. With a bit of dressing up, coupled with the starlight and moonlight, it was especially beautiful. This hall was only for those who were special. At least, that was the case at this time. Right now, there were some powerful family patriarchs, people like Xiao Zun, the Emperor of Ice Country, the little princess, and their trusted aides inside. At this moment, Su Jiming walked to a corner and looked at Lin Xian, who was walking into the hall. Xiao Runing was a woman he had admired for a long time. His Su family was as big as the Xiao family in Ice Country. As a family of the same level, he felt that he was worthy of Xiao Runing. He was also willing to wait. In any case, Xiao Runing was definitely qualified to make him satisfied as his wife. Even before the new year, when he went to the Xiao family as a guest, he mentioned Xiao Runing. Xiao Runing's mother even wanted to matchmake them. But he didn't expect that she would come back with her boyfriend this time. He didn't know how far they had developed, but he was unwilling, extremely unwilling. Even if he couldn't get her, he still wanted to break them up. He just couldn't stand other men having a woman he liked. At worst, he would make a move on her sister Xiao Xinyue. After all, she was also a peerless beauty. Each of them had their own temperament. Young Master Su, why are you drinking alone? At this time, a man walked over with a smile. Young Master Qin? What can I do for you? Su Jiming downed the red wine in one gulp. The Qin family was another top family in Ice Country. Qin Ming and Su Jiming were both top geniuses in Ice Country. They were existences that others admired. The two of them were not only rivals, but also friends. Nothing much. I just heard that Xiao Runing is pregnant. Crack, the red wine glass in Su Jiming's hand was directly crushed. It didn't matter if he couldn't get this woman. There was still Xiao Xinyue. But what made him unhappy was that if he couldn't get her, why could someone else? Qin Ming smiled and said, her boyfriend seems to be from a third-tier city in Hua Nation. Xiao Runing seems to have gone to the third-tier city Tianhua City. That means she found her boyfriend in Tianhua City. TSK, TSK, TSK. I'm just lamenting. Young Master Su is such an outstanding man, but why didn't she choose him? Instead, she chose a very ordinary person in a third-tier city. Are you sure? Su Jiming looked at him. Of course. Even if it's the young master of the biggest family in a third-tier city, what ability can he have? Sigh, I'm just lamenting. I guess it's because I've known her for a long time. To be honest, I'm also very angry. After all, Xiao Runing is a famous beauty in Ice Country. I also admire her. What a pity. Qin Ming sighed. Young Master Qin, why don't we investigate that person's background? It's useless. What's the point of investigating? Xiao Runing is pregnant. It's a fact. The only thing we can do is to beat him and let Xiao Runing and everyone else know how big the gap between us is. That's enough. Qin Ming said. Su Jiming nodded. This was actually what he wanted to do. It was a fact that Xiao Runing already had a boyfriend. However, she also had an equally beautiful sister, Xiao Runing. Her sister had found a boyfriend. If he could completely beat Xiao Runing's boyfriend in front of everyone and crush him, then in Xiao Runing's eyes, he would be much more outstanding than her sister's boyfriend. Everyone likes to compare with each other, even if they are sisters. My boyfriend is better than your boyfriend, so it might be easier to pursue. This was actually an idea that came to Su Jiming's mind when he saw Xiao Runing and Lin Xian. He felt that it was absolutely feasible. And then that's it. Su Jiming nodded and walked away. He couldn't tell Qin Ming this idea. Chapter 858. Xiao Runing led Lin Xian into the main hall. Xiao Runing's grandparents had quite a special status in the imperial palace. Clearly, Xiao Runing could enter and leave this place as she pleased. After entering, Lin Xian glanced around. All of them were amazing people. Just by sitting there and standing there, one could tell with a glance that they weren't ordinary people. They were also chatting and laughing. It was as if the outside was a gathering and the inside was also a gathering. It was a gathering of people of two different statuses. However, that wasn't the case. They were just following the international convention of exchanging pleasantries. The entrance of Lin Xian and the others naturally attracted their attention. Oh, isn't this Ning Ning and Xinyue? They're really getting more and more beautiful. So it's Ning Ning and Xin Yue. Come here, let me see how tall you've grown. This brat can't be Ning Ning's boyfriend, right? Obviously, Xiao Ru Ning and Xiao Xin Yue had a very big reputation in Bing City. After all, they were the two daughters of the top families. Moreover, they were also very beautiful. It was estimated that in their hearts, these people were hoping that their sons would be able to reach an agreement with them. Xiao Runing and Xiao Xinyue helplessly chatted with these elders. Then, they finally found an opportunity. Xiao Runing pulled Lin Xian in front of her grandparents. Right now, their general cultivation was pretty good. Xiao Runing's grandparents should be close to 70 years old. However, they looked like they were in their 40s or 50s. Grandpa, Grandma, this is Lin Xian that I mentioned to you before. Xiao Runing said with a slightly red face. Good, good. You've finally brought my grandson-in-law home. Xiao Qingqing looked at Lin Xian and nodded with satisfaction. Hello, Grandpa, Grandma. Lin Xian obediently called out. Lon Mei waved at Lin Xian. Child, come here. Lin Xian then walked over, shyly. To be honest, he was actually quite embarrassed. Everyone around him was amazing, and at this moment, their attention was all on him. His every move was being watched by others. Lon Mei grabbed Lin Xian's hand. You have a unique bone structure. Since my granddaughter has taken a fancy to you, you must have something outstanding about you. Lon Mei smiled at Lin Xian. Lin Xian scratched his head. Grandma, you flatter me. Ha ha ha. At this time, a middle-aged man smiled as he looked at Lin Xian and said, As her uncle, I have nothing to do. Xiao Zun, this is your fault. Why didn't you tell me that Ning Ning's boyfriend was coming? The dignified middle-aged man smiled and said. Xiao Zun smiled and said, It's just a small matter. I don't want to trouble you all. Are you treating us as outsiders? Lon Tianhai smiled. Second brother Lon, you must be joking. How can a family treat you as an outsider? Lon Tianhai then looked at Lin Xian and said, When you and Ning Ning officially have a banquet, I will definitely give you a big gift. Why aren't you thanking your Uncle Lon? Xiao Zun said to Lin Xian. Thank you, Uncle Lon. Lin Xian glanced at Lon Tianhai. This Lon Tianhai should be the master of this imperial palace. Dad. At this moment, a sweet voice was heard. Then, a girl in a blue dress ran out. She seemed to be about the same age as Miao Xiao Miao. No, she was even younger. Around 12 years old, but she was really beautiful and delicate like a porcelain doll, a little fairy. No wonder she didn't trigger a mission. Although she was so beautiful, she was too young. If she triggered a mission at such a young age, it would be too exaggerated. Her appearance caused the surroundings to be filled with a youthful vigor. My good daughter. Lon Tianhai hugged her and rubbed his face against her face lovingly. Ugh, prickly. Lon Xingxing pushed him away in disgust. Ha ha ha. The surrounding people couldn't help but laugh. Then the girl blinked her big eyes and looked around. Suddenly, she saw Xiao Runing and Xiao Xinyue. Sister Ning Ning. Her big eyes were filled with little stars. Then, she happily ran to Xiao Runing and hugged Xiao Runing. Sister Ning Ning, you're finally back. Xingxing missed you so much. Lon Xingxing said with grievance. I've been back for a few days, but I didn't have time to come and see you. Xiao Runing smiled as she rubbed her little head and said in a pampering tone. Humph. You don't like Xingxing anymore. Lon Xingxing pouted and said. Yeah, your sister Ning Ning has a boyfriend. She must have put all her thoughts on her boyfriend. Lon Tianhai laughed. Ah, boyfriend. Is it the kind of boyfriend who can have children? Lon Xingxing blinked her big eyes and asked. Yeah. Then, her little mouth pouted again. Her big eyes looked for Xiao Runing's boyfriend. Then, she saw Lin Xian in front of Lon Mei. She ran over and tugged at Lin Xian's clothes. Lin Xian looked at her. Are you Sister Ning Ning's boyfriend? She asked in a charming voice. How did you know? Am I too handsome? Lin Xian teased. No, you're the worst. Lin Xian. Ha ha ha. Hearing her words, the surrounding people couldn't help but laugh. Little Xian, don't mind her. She's just a child. She has a good relationship with Ning Ning. She once said that she would protect Ning Ning forever. Lon Tianhai said with a smile. Lin Xian. But if you protect Ning Ning forever, who will protect you forever? Lin Xian asked Lon Xingxing with a smile. Sister Ning Ning. Then I can protect your sister Ning Ning forever. Your sister Ning Ning can protect you forever. You can also continue to protect sister Ning Ning. At the same time, I can also protect you forever. So why do you hate me? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Oh. Lon Xingxing blinked her big eyes. It seemed to make sense. Then why do I hate him? Am I right? Lin Xian asked with a smile. Oh, yes. Then do you still hate me? Lon Xingxing shook her little head. I don't hate you anymore. The surrounding people couldn't help but laugh. This was really interesting. Ning Ning's boyfriend is quite interesting. I believe he must have some outstanding points. Not to mention other things, Ning Ning's taste isn't bad. Lon Tianhai said to Lon Mei. It doesn't matter if he's outstanding or not. With the Xiao family's protection, there's nothing to worry about. The main thing is that Ning Ning likes him. That's enough. Xiao Runing's grandfather Xiao Qingqing said with a smile. At this time, Lon Tianhai stood up and said, Everyone, it's about time. Let's go out and start the banquet. There's also the annual poetry gathering later. Okay. Then everyone rushed out. Chapter 859. The banquet lasted for about an hour. There wasn't much meaning to it. It was just eating and drinking, just like any other ordinary gathering. However, the Imperial Palace's gathering was an important part of maintaining the relationship between the major families and the major powers. It was an opportunity for everyone to interact with each other. Here, Lin Xian could deeply feel the harmony between the major families. It was definitely something that couldn't be felt in Chengdu or China. Perhaps there were also open and covert struggles between the major families, but the relationship between them was definitely much better than in China. Perhaps this was one of the more outstanding aspects of the Imperial Palace. Everyone was more united and harmonious. Only in such an environment could the Xiao family not dislike Lin Xian's background at all. Of course, that was only relatively speaking. Lin Xian also made a lot of friends, but they weren't really friends. They just exchanged a few pleasantries. Most of them came to hit on Xiao Xinyue. Lin Xian didn't remember many of them. Everyone, now that everyone has eaten and drunk to their fill, let's enter the house and begin the poetry and prose segment. Lon Tianhai said to the crowd. Then, they walked into the huge palace one after another. Poetry and prose? What for? Lin Xian's face was full of suspicion. Xiao Runing's grandfather, Lin Xian, said, In our ice country, it's the only country that advocates poetry and prose because this is an era where strength is respected. However, our ice country's ancestors told us not to forget about our cultural heritage. To us, poetry and prose are a part of our culture. Therefore, in any city in our ice country, in addition to increasing one's strength, a martial artist must also have some attainments in poetry and prose. If one can reach the elite level in both aspects, then any girl from any family will be more likely to be accepted by the elders. So that's how it is. Lin Xian was suddenly enlightened. This was actually quite good. Just like China, there were very few places for people to study. Wasn't it all about learning martial arts? How many schools were there to learn the 9 subjects? How many people were willing to spend time and energy learning the 9 subjects in this era? This led to more and more illiterates. Was this a good thing? Absolutely not. This would only result in the deterioration of the generations. That's right, if everyone's strength increased, then who would be responsible for the change of era? Where would talents come from if they didn't study? Who would create it? Who would invent it? He didn't even know the most basic chemical equations or physics formulas. How could he make this era better? In this way, thousands of years later, the entire era would still be the same. A few hundred years ago, planet Sky Blue did not have any technology. It was similar to the ancient times. Because people were knowledgeable, in just a few hundred years, there were airplanes, cannons, cell phones, WeChat, and everything else. If they did not learn, without that group of people, 100 years, 300 years, even 500 years later, they would still be the same. It was not a good thing. Therefore, Lin Xian felt that this aspect was quite good. Moreover, it's different from China. Every academy in every city in Ice Country has a place to study the 9 subjects. If you can't pass the cutoff, the academy won't let you cultivate in the Sky Martial Court. This is mandatory. Although China also has a place to study the 9 subjects, it's up to you whether you want to go or not. This is a substantial difference. Xiao Runing said. Lin Xian. So, Ice Country is stronger than China? That's not right. Xiao Qingqing then said, China has been established for a longer time and has a wider territory. The most important reason is that China has 4 distinct seasons. The 4 distinct seasons give us a lot of advantages over Ice Country. Our Ice Country can't compare to China in terms of national strength, but in terms of technology and some things that have been passed down, we can indeed leave China in the dust. Lin Xian agreed with this point. In China, when had Lin Xian ever seen a poetry gathering? That was impossible. Maybe Ning Ning likes to be a teacher because she was influenced by this. Xiao Qingqing was very satisfied with his granddaughter's choice. Although she might not have a high status, she did something that many people were not willing to do. Then in Ice Country, if you are smart and have a certain level of attainment in literature, you don't need to be very strong to have a high status? Lin Xian asked. Xiao Runing nodded. That's of course, it may not even be lower than those powerhouses of the Empyrean realm. Let's not talk about scientific research first. Just take tonight's poetry gathering for example. If anyone can create a poem that can be passed down through the ages, then they will be revered by many people, because most of the young men and women here may not necessarily like it, but they all have some attainments in this aspect, especially my uncle who is very supportive of this aspect. If you can get his approval, then even at such a young age you can be promoted to an official, but how can it be so easy? So, you and Xinue are actually quite good in this area? Xiao Runing said proudly, of course. I can't say that I'm very good, but I'm still better than an old boar like you. Lin Xian. Little Xian, you don't come into contact with this kind of thing, right? Xiao Qingqing asked. Lin Xian nodded. That's right. I'm already troubled to death by memorizing poems, let alone composing poems. Haha, I can understand. After all, you were born in China. However, since you're with my Ning Ning, you'll be considered half an Icelander in the future. You still have to understand this kind of thing. I understand, Grandpa. And let's go in. Then, they entered the 2nd floor of the huge hall. Lin Xian had gone to the 1st floor before. Now that he had gone to the 2nd floor, he was hit with a learning atmosphere. Whether it was the decoration or the atmosphere, it all had the feeling of watching an ancient school in a TV series. However, this place was even bigger and could accommodate thousands of people. This could no longer be called a classroom or a school. Isn't this too exaggerated? Lin Xian was secretly speechless. There's nothing to be exaggerated about. You haven't seen the day of our Icelandic Poetry Festival. That's what's called exaggerated. The entire city's streets and alleys were filled with people. It was even more lively than the New Year. Red lanterns were everywhere, and there were all kinds of riddles and games. It was really a city game. All the lights were lit up, Xiao Runing said to Lin Xian. Haha, if there's a chance, I'll go and experience it. Xiao Qingqing laughed and then said, I'll go and prepare first. What's your grandpa going to prepare? Lin Xian asked curiously. My grandpa is one of the few masters of poetry in the Icelandic country. No, he should be a master. Back then, He relied on these poems to chase after my grandma. Xiao Runing said. Lin Xian. Awesome. Awesome. You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.